Hey, how you doing? My name's Connor Jones. I am not a voice actor, and welcome to the Forged by Dice YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to us. As we roll into the game, I want to get some things out of the way. Um, for starters, a lot of this stuff's going to be homebrewed, or like I get a lot of materials from other sources besides the primary Wizards of the Coast player handbooks. Another thing to note is that most, if not all, of my players are new to playing Dungeons and Dragons or even role playing in general, so it's going to be kind of a slower process. And if anything, this will probably be a good example of what a new group is going to look like, because we're all new, they're learning, I'm still learning, and it's a process. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so we enter the world of Pelador. The year is 377 LC, during the Second Era, meaning that it has been 20,377 years since the last calamity. A great war that encompassed the entire land masses of Pelador. The reasons for the conflict is known by few, and even fewer care to remember. However the war began, the result was the same for many conflicts. It divided the 5 land masses of Pelador into 5 separate continents. We begin in the continent of Mippearia. You all were a handful of convicted criminals, but instead of spending the rest of your days inside of a prison or a dungeon, you've taken on the task of trying to redeem yourselves for whatever your reasons. You all were transported to the town of Josana. From there, you were given a housing, some food, and you're tasked with helping the locals around. You met a shopkeeper who asked you to stop a few bandits that were causing problems towards the 3 days north of town. You traveled, you defeated the bandits, and you're able to retrieve the item that had been lost by the shopkeeper, a jade amulet, with the image of a snake eating an egg on the face of it. You return the amulet to him, and he was able to sell it off to the person who was looking for it. You made your way to the mayor, and unfortunately, because the way documentation works in this town, it will take a few months for the documentation of your success to be approved. So after traveling around town for a bit, you were able to meet up with the librarian Zahuna. She read in some old passages that there might be a destroyed or lost ruins to the east of Josana. You travel there to see what you can find. You found some structures and you defeated a bunch of goblins. You headed down into the structure to find a underground hamlet that has been essentially forgotten for a long time. While down there, you met a hobgoblin along with his goblins. You were able to find a tome that looks like that hasn't been touched for centuries. You grab the tome, you grab the amulet, you kill the hobgoblin, and you make your way back to Josana. From there, you found an older looking man kind of hovering in the center of town as the townspeople gathered around him. You offered the amulet in place of the shopkeeper's life, but unfortunately, he still killed the shopkeeper. And then he started to make his way to the library. You were able to save Zahuna from the library. And after you guys tried to leave town, he followed you out and essentially stopped all of you in your your paths. He took the one of the Zahuna's book, and as you guys regain consciousness, you notice you guys are barely alive, but still breathing. You make your way to the local inn, where you rest up for the evening, and it takes about 10 hours after the exhaustive day you had. So, alright, Monk, you were the first one to wake up. What do you do?
Monk begins a workout routine.
Okay, then. So he's doing push-ups on the side of his bed. Okay. Next up is Randolph. You slowly open your eyes to see it's probably a little bit before midday.
I admire the sleeping beauty that is Zahuna.
Okay. Next up, Dronex.
I see Randolph staring at Zahuna and cast sleep on Randolph.
What does Randolph have to roll?
No.
Okay.
I contemplate that in my head, but I decide to instead meditate and go through my list of spells and try to replay yesterday's scenario and try to analyze what other spells could I have used that could have ended in a slightly more preferred ending.
Well done. Next up, Dawn.
Are we all in the same room?
You all are in the same room.
Okay. I roll over to see Randolph being really creepy, so I take my pillow and I throw it at him as hard as I can.
Okay, Randolph, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Let me get the dice app. Where the fuck did I put it? Sorry, I need to buy like real dice.
No worries. We'll get back to you. Just let me know the results of the dice. Next up.
No, I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Oh, sorry. 6.
6. Okay. You get smacked in the face with a pillow. Kind of jolts you awake more than you already were. Next up is Rosaline.
I deserve this.
So we're all just kind of waking up?
You all are waking up around in the same room.
Kind of just want to lay there. I'm just going to stare.
Kind of stare? Okay, then. Stare into the ceiling and contemplate.
Yes.
Next up, Adrian.
I'm assuming this is like fairly early morning.
It's a little bit before midday. You guys slept for a long time.
Ooh.
It's you had a pretty exhaustive day yesterday.
All right. I sit up in bed, stretch, get out of bed, and begin suiting up.
All right, cool. All right, is everyone woken up and ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. And I say after probably about 30 minutes, everyone gathers their stuff, gets ready for the day, and starts heading down the stairs. As you head down the stairs, you run into a halfling. He's kind of like he's going through his documents and his ledger to make sure everything's okay, and he sees you guys. While a little worse for wear, but you guys have fully rested. And he was like, "Oh, it's good to see you. Are you all okay?"
I appear to be mostly in one piece.
Yeah, that's good. And what about the rest of you?
Monk is okay.
Could be better, could be worse.
Well, if you want, you can head over towards the center of town. I do believe they have a breakfast ready for you if you want.
How pleasant. I'll go check it out.
Okay. All right. So Adrian goes and starts heading out the door.
Is this
I'm gonna go too. I'm really hungry.
Really?
I just push past everybody. I'm like, move!
Is this the same halfling that was at the like the little like center of town?
Oh no, this is the different halfling. That halfling you're talking about was he was killed.
Okay.
He did.
Well, no, the dude who I tried to bribe, as he called it. Is that the guy that died, or was it the shopkeeper?
It was the shopkeeper that died.
Documentation
Yeah, that guy. Who I tried to like pay him to go faster, and he said no.
To go faster?
Yeah, remember when we like went to get
you
documentation
mean
and he was doing all that filing?
for the documentation?
Yeah.
Oh no, different halfling.
Alrighty.
That was the you went to the mayor. This is the owner of the inn.
Alrighty.
You know, it'd be really great
walk-
if I could roll my dice for stuff.
Be nice.
Okay. I'll work on that. All right. So does everyone head towards the center of town with Dawn and Adrian?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So you make your way there. You find the tavern known as the Drunken Hydra. It is midday, but you guys still feel as if morning has come upon you. You enter the tavern. You notice that the windows, none of the candles or lights have been lit because the light from the windows have basically filled the room. You do see a handful of people kind of sitting around enjoying their what is now lunch. You also see an open table for you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna run to the table, look at Rosaline, and like pat the seat like next to me and just kind of like rub it a little bit, and I pat it again.
You do anything, Rosaline?
Wow, this is the hardest rejection I've ever had to take.
Say that again.
Disdainful silence. Just
Say
damn.
that again.
Just
Oh, I
glaring
know.
at you.
So I'm gonna run to the table and I'm gonna like look at Rosaline. I sit down and I pat the seat next to me, and I just keep patting it until you come.
I'm gonna slide into that seat.
Ooh.
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 Okay. So as Dawn and Rosaline sit next to each other, does everyone else sit down, or?
Monk is getting drinks. What does everyone wish for?
It is too early for alcohol, but I will gladly take a water.
I'd like
Gravy.
some orange juice.
Gravy.
Oh, can we?
Gravy. All right. So
Vodka.
vodka.
Water.
Water. All All right, so
Goes
Monk,
against
as
drinks.
everyone goes sit down at the table, you heads towards the bar, and you see you see a red tiefling. He's got his hair pulled back into a ponytail. His hair is a dark, almost black hair, well, black color. And he looks at you like for a moment he's about to ask you if you want anything to drink, and he goes, "Oh, yes, oh, thank you. What would you need?"
Mm.
Is he hot?
I mean,
Is
he's
he?
about middle age, but you can always have daddy issues if you want.
I got that. My character's definitely got daddy issues. I'm gonna go up to that bar with you, Monk.
All right, Dawn, you've lost your partner, your seat. So Rosalind goes up
I'll be
to
back.
the.
I look up and I see the tiefling, and I'm like, son of a bitch. So I get up and I follow them.
Okay, then. So Dawn and Rosalind start heading towards the bar, and he's looking at you, Monk, waiting for you to tell him what kind of drinks you want.
Monk would like an ale, and then what were everyone else's drinks?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Water.
Orange
God. It doesn't help that I have a -1.
Monk is stupid.
Hopefully, the two next to him will be able to remember.
So I rolled. I got a 10. That makes that a 9.
Okay.
Oh no.
You do remember that you want an ale. All right, so then
5 ales, please.
5 ales. All right, so he hands you a total of 5 ales
Oh, and
I-
1 gravy.
and 1 gravy. So he kind of he gives you a he's like, oh, okay, and he goes to the back. He pulls out. He's kind of like loaded up his arms, and he's got 6 tankards. 5 of them are slushing with their ale, still bubbling at the top, and one of them is like glooping. Like some of the gloop is coming off the side, and you do see that it's kind of like this gray gravy with like some chunks of cooked meat in it.
Oh baby.
And he hands it to you.
I
And he
look
goes, this
over-
is on the house. On the house.
Mm.
I have no other way to thank for you guys. Thank you guys.
Monk places down a gold coin.
Oh,
Drolex looks
this
over
really
at
isn't
Bar.
necessary, but thank you. And he kind of like
Lord.
slowly takes the gold coin.
Well, I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna speak in Infernal.
Mm-hmm.
So that way only he can understand me. And I'm gonna say, what's the word around this place, Kinsman?
Hmm?
Like, what's the word?
And he speaks back to you in Inferno. He says, not much. It's only been a night since the events of yesterday. A lot of townspeople are still confused, trying to recover, gathering up their fallen friends and family, and everyone's just trying to recover right now.
Does anybody know anything about what happened?
Well, after you all left the center of town, probably about 10 minutes after you all left with him, we saw him kind of, I guess, floating through the center of town again with a hobgoblin, and he started to head towards the west. But he hasn't come back. Praise the trio, but again, everyone's trying to gather their bearings.
I slip him a gold coin too.
Oh, please, he so speaks to you in Inferno like this. This isn't necessary.
It's not necessary, but us tieflings need to stick together no matter what the circumstance. We're always on hard times.
I agree with you there. And he picks up the gold coin and kind of slides into his back pocket. All right, who picks up the 6 ales? Well, the 5 ales and the sixth gravy cup.
Oh, I'll grab my gravy cup.
All right, so Dawn grabs the gravy cup.
I assume they were set on a platter, so.
Yeah, we'll say he puts them on a platter. That way it's easier to carry.
Monk takes the whole thing.
All right. All right, so Monk takes the entire thing, and do you guys head back to the table?
Yeah.
All right, you guys head back to the table.
And then I pat the table again. Rosalind, I wiggle my eyebrows a little bit.
I haven't gotten my water.
Oh,
Thank you, Monk.
And
Monk
the
apologizes.
okay, so are you still at the bar?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and the tiefling looks at you and he's like, "Is there anything I can do for you?"
Seeing anyone?
My wife.
Damn.
I
I'll take a water.
I apologize.
I'll take a water.
Okay, and he reaches below, and he pulls out a glass, and he heads back into the kitchen, and he comes back with a clear liquid, and he hands it to you.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you.
Why didn't you say he came back with water?
I don't know. That's for me to know, for you to find out.
I only have like silver
Buy a
pieces, so I'm
water.
gonna give him 5 silver.
There's no need. Please, you don't have to pay me. You all essentially saved us from whatever the hell happened yesterday.
It's all right. I was appreciating the view as well, so.
Oh, thank you. And he kind of like slowly grabs the 5 silver you left for him.
And I
Don't
leave
forget
and
to
go
mark
back
it
to
in
Doc.
your sheet. Are you
if
off?
I could get to my sheet.
Okay. All right. So everyone returns back to the table.
Is
Rosaline has her clear liquid. Dawn has her cup of gravy, and Monk passes around 5 tankards of ale.
I don't like that we're calling it a clear liquid.
that's what I'm saying.
You can always do the smell check.
It was
Um,
47.
Did Zahuna end up waking up, or is she still like absolutely snoozing?
She was snoozing when you guys left.
All right, it's probably just best to leave her. Surprised Randolph Rodronex didn't just carry her here.
You should probably like go check on her though. I'm gonna go check on her.
All right, so Dawn gets up and walks towards the inn again. All right, and then as everyone sits around the table enjoying their ale and clear liquid,
I abstain from the ale and give mine to Monk and retrieve clear liquid from the barkeep.
all right, so you go and you get the clear liquid from the barkeep, and as you guys start to kind of get situated for the day, you do see a halfling that kind of enter the tavern. He's balding on top, but he does have like some like stubble of hair on the sides going around his back. He's got very, very well developed mutton chops. They are like a good orangey brown look to him, and he's dressed in fine clothing. You do remember this guy as the mayor that you tried to bribe to make the documentation go by faster. In his hand, he carries what looks like a folder, and as he starts scanning the room, and as he scans the room, he sees your table, and starts heading your all's way. And he goes, "Oh, thank God I found you. How are y'all doing?"
Monk is tired, and he passes the mayor the extra ale.
Oh, well, I could all what I could, and then he grabs the ale and starts drinking it a bit.
We all appear to be in one piece right now. I'm assuming that's our file.
Yeah. So after what you all did yesterday for us, I figured I could probably go through some documentation a little faster, and well, I did. I also added what you did yesterday to the documentation, and it's the fastest way I could say thank you.
Well, that is much appreciated.
So
I take the file.
And he hands you the file, and you open it up, and you do see like 8 pieces of paper. All of them have your name at the top and the reason why you were arrested, the way you were transported here, and it does say the deeds that you have done. And at the very bottom of it, you do see like an orange stamp. It's got like a circle within a circle within a circle, and a line from the top to the bottom. and it basically says that you have been approved to have your thorn tattoos removed from your necks.
Sweet. Stick the thing in my backpack or whatever I use to carry stuff.
You stick it in your backpack. Okay. And as that's happening, Dawn, you head to the inn. You go up to your room as you pass the halfling. You enter the room and you do see Zahuna. She's kind of just sitting on the edge of the bed. And it looks like she's starting to wake up for the day.
Okay.
Oh, what is everybody?
Oh, we got a free meal in one of our establishments, so that's where everybody went. I came back to see if you were okay. I'm gonna
Oh,
walk in the door, like I'm gonna walk in the room and shut the door as I'm saying that.
oh, well, thank you. And yeah, for free meals are nice, aren't they?
Yeah, which means you get one too.
Oh, no. I didn't do anything yesterday.
Uh, you've been through a lot, and it's a lot to process, especially if you're not used to almost dying.
And the half Yuanti kind of looks down and kind of chuckles to herself. Okay, yeah, I guess.
So, are you ready? I'll be more than happy to escort you.
Yeah, I think I'm ready. And she kind of stands up and she stretches, and she's still wearing the tattered clothing she wore from yesterday. And she kind of walks next to you and goes, "All right, well, let's go."
All right.
You guys head back to the Drunken Hydra.
Yeah.
And then after a little bit, you guys enter through the doors. You guys do see Dawn and Zahuna walk through the door. Dawn looks well rested. Zahuna looks like she's still trying to wake up for the day.
Okay. I look over at the bartender and I speak in Inferno because that, like, to our people, like, that's supposed to be very
Yeah.
courteous. And I ask for like eggs and toast and maybe like a coffee.
And he speaks back to Inferno, almost shouting across me, like, "Hey, this is for everybody."
No, for my friend over here. And I nod towards Sahuna.
And he recognizes her and he gives her a little wave. And he goes, "You guys not hungry?"
Oh, no, I had my gravy. I'm good.
Yeah, I saw. Oh, okay. So and then he goes back and he starts saying stuff to the chef in the back room. And do you guys go sit down or do you wait by the door?
We'll join everybody at the table.
Okay, then you do see that Zahuna pulls up a chair from another table and kind of sits next to you.
So what's that on the table?
Because silence falls upon the room.
Everybody's gone.
That was connection?
Zahuna.
Okay.
I'm
Yes.
just out of curiosity, do you know what was in the book he was looking at or trying to get?
No, I wasn't able to translate much of it. Only the first few pages, and those pages landed me on the ruins that you all so humbly checked out for me. Did you discover anything while you were down there?
Just a large cavern, some statues, a little tiny underground cathedral, had pews and everything, little
God
altar.
remembers wine.
A wall full of runes.
Oh, really? A wall full of runes.
Yeah. I could not translate them to save my life.
Not many people can in these areas. So well, it sucks we lost the book. I'm sorry for that.
Well, if it does help, I was able to read some of it.
Oh,
Well, I had it in my possession, and I do believe I know where he's going next.
oh, really? Where's he going?
Oh, I didn't write it down on my paper. Damn it.
Okay. As Dawn kind of try to fumbles through her memories to try to figure out what happened.
God, you told me to.
I did tell you.
God damn. Can I roll to see if I remember?
Yeah, make me an
Woo!
intelligence saving throw.
Come on, dice, don't fail me, please. Oh God, what was that? Okay, 12, not bad. 14.
14. You do remember that the book stated that there are some, like, there's a set of ruins that are somewhere, but you do know that they have the same kind of structure that you guys found near
Okay,
just
and then
Summit.
the tiefling said that he was headed west.
It looked like he was heading west.
Okay. There are some ruins to the west, and that's where they believe he was headed.
Oh. Well, I wonder why. I guess there's more stuff to be found.
Yeah.
And she kind of looks around and she does see the folder in front of you, Adrian. She goes, oh, are those essentially your release forms?
Yep. Turn these in at the Capitol and we're home free.
The capital, yeah, that's about 7 days away. You guys gonna head there first?
So far.
Quickly as we can. At least that's what I'm doing.
Just out of curiosity, since I wasn't here, nobody took a sneakity sneak peek at my file, did you?
So far, Adrian's the only one looking at the documentation.
Then I look at him.
You're too busy reading. I don't see that.
Well, you each have your own paper, and I assume you're just looking at your paper for now. If you
Was
want,
I?
you can go through the other documents,
I was
and
about to say, I was planning on just flicking through everyone's.
No! I mean, why would you do that? We're all friends here, right?
So there should be no secrets.
I didn't say that. I just said we were all friends here.
If it makes you uncomfortable, here's your file.
And he hands you a piece of paper.
Okay, I take it and I fold it up and I put it in between my boobs.
Okay.
Is it a fur piece of paper?
It is.
Make me a wisdom saving throw for paper cuts. Okay, so you all see Adrian hand Dawn her release forms.
Adrian, might I request my file as well?
You may. I hand him his. I'm still flicking through everyone else's who haven't asked for theirs, so.
Are you reading
Thank
them?
you.
Skimming.
Skimming? Okay, so you hand Dronex his form, which means you still have Rosalind's, your form, Monk, and Randolph.
I know what's on my form, so I don't need to read it.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. So do you start reading the other forms, like skimming through it?
Yes.
Okay, so as you read through Rosalind's form, you do see something about her being a jester. You do also see something about her betting somebody, but not much is known beyond that. As you're skimming, you skim through Monk's documents. You do see something about drinking and excessive drinking and more drinking,
That
and
sounds
something about a temple.
sounds about right.
You also read Randolph's form. You see something about him attacking someone, but not much beyond that for skimming.
I was gonna say I've been flicking through everyone's forms this whole time. So.
Oh, okay. So as you had Dawn's document before she was able to politely ask for it, you do see something about an explosion and breaking and entering. As you read Dronex's, you see something about a pie.
Okay, so that means I get to look at your form, right?
Feel free. I lay my form open on the table.
All right, so you do see Adrian. He kind of
I'm
like
ashamed of
slides his
nothing.
form, and it does that cool spin till it's in the middle of the wooden table. You do.
Huh.
Does anyone read it?
You know what?
I'll read it.
No, I'm better than this, and I shut it, and I slide it back to him, and I go, "That's how you do it."
Give me my
Monk-
form.
Monk takes it and starts reading it.
And so right before the
Slowly
folder can
slides it
reach
back over
Adrian
to
again, you see Monk slap his half-orc hand onto it, and he starts brings to him. You read. You do read
Wait,
that.
Monk, you can read?
I was gonna say,
Figured
make
that
me
out.
an intelligence check.
Fuck.
During this, I hand Rosalind her form.
Nat
Okay,
20,
you
nat
hand
20,
Rosalind her form.
nat 20.
And I assume Rosalind takes it.
Give it. Yeah.
Does a 16 help?
Yeah, 16 helps. You look at Adrian's sheet. You do see
As
that
long as there are no big words.
as long as there are big words. You read that Adrian was arrested in the town of Bumili. That's in Deswin. You do see that he was a member of the which faction was it? I'm trying to remember.
Valrus.
Valrus. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a member of the Valrus family. Well, the household. He was a new recruit, and for some reasons unknown, he snuck into the De Bella's market house and essentially assassinated the head of the house.
Is this monk reading this out loud or to himself?
This is to himself, so no one else knows this.
Okay.
At least for now. Unless his intelligence is so low that he's reading it out loud, but he thinks he's saying it in his head.
Well, Monk, which
Monk,
one
which
is
one
it?
is happening?
Which one's
Am I
happening, Monk?
making another roll?
No, this will be you. Is Monk smart enough to know that you shouldn't read everything out loud you read in your head?
Let's make a coin flip.
Okay, then yeah, roll me a coin flip. Heads, you speak out loud. Tails, you say it in your head.
Trick
Ooh,
question.
Tails.
So you say it out loud?
I thought Tails was. Wait, which one was Tails?
Oh, I thought you said fails. Okay, never mind. So Monk says all this in his head. No one else is hearing this.
Is he, like, hang on, is he mouthing the words?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's saying it in his head. He did assassinate the head of the De Bella's house, and as he was exiting the house, he was promptly arrested. He was in prison for a month before being transported to Josana.
Anyone else interested in my file can feel free to read it at any time. Simply ask me.
No, I'm good, because I know what secrets are. And I get up.
And you get up.
I know that I am ashamed of none of my actions. I do everything with a purpose and mean everything I do.
Okay. I turn back around and I kind of like emphasize what I'm saying with my hands, and I kind of like move my body like I'm mocking him, because I am.
Okay.
And like, "Ooh, I'm a paladin. I do everything so perfect because I'm a holy warrior, and everything I do is for my God. Oh my God! Anyway, I'm gonna go take a piss."
And she leaves.
And I leave.
During the whole time that they're fighting, I walk over to Zahuna and just kind of lightly put my hand on her back and secretly
like
cast
her,
Ooh.
like her,
a
like
file.
the small of her back.
No, like the center of her back between her shoulders.
Hey, yo.
And just
Hey, yo.
Like a good
Oh.
game kind of back pat or like what?
No, I'd lightly place my hand there. And secretly cast a
Consensually.
But
Here comes the
like,
small
Give me
discreetly,
1 second, Jordan. I'm gonna turn you up real quick. We're gonna let's see if I can turn it. There we
But
go.
yeah, discreetly cast that while saying, "Do please ignore their shenanigans. A couple of them have had a few drinks already this morning."
And one of them a big
And then
ale.
she looks
full
at
of-
you like she was chuckling, but she looks at you kind of confused, and she's like, "But he hasn't drank anything, and she drank gravy. I'm assuming they're not drunk. Is this a normal thing for you all?"
For some of them, it may be, especially after the events that transpired yesterday. A couple of them may be a little off today.
Okay, well, I'll pay them no mind. And she smiles at you. So when do
You're
you
just
all
gonna let him
plan?
get away with that, Randolph? Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've already been scolded once today. I
With a pillow.
stop crossing boundaries, I guess.
And
I leave my hand there for a few more seconds until identify is completed, and then I remove my hand and
until identify is
Oh.
completed.
Oh.
They never go for the dwarfs anyway.
Oh.
identify as a first level spell. Basically, if I touch a creature throughout my casting time, which is a minute, which I think they were arguing for about a minute.
That's
I
about right.
learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting the creature.
Okay then.
Oh, that's smart.
You detect no spells.
Okay. Well, I'm just paranoid. Ignore me.
Okay, and then she takes the ponytail out of her rose pink hair, and then she kind of like fixes it back into a ponytail, trying to catch the side strains. And she looks around the group. She goes, "So, when do you all plan on leaving? I'm assuming you want these tattoos off as soon as possible."
Absolutely.
Would
I was
be
leaving
nice.
after I was done eating.
Monk has a question.
Monk is gonna give me 1 second as I turn him up.
Can Monk speak at this point? His brain isn't fried from reading.
There we go.
Line has a question as well.
All right. So, what was Monk's question first?
Monk turns to Zahuna.
Zahuna.
Zucchini.
Zucchini.
Okay. Monk wonders if Pretty Lady knows anything else that had happened yesterday, or why.
Okay. And as you say, pretty lady, she blushes, and she says, not much besides what I've already told you. I was trying to read the book. I found the location, but I wasn't able to read much beyond that.
Mm.
If it helps, I was given the book from. I know a gentleman in in Kabisera, where you guys are heading. Usually when he gets done with some books he's reading, he sends them my way. That's usually what kind of helps stock the library.
Kabisera?
Kabisera.
Kabisera. Where is this Kabisera?
That's the capital.
I thought
That's
that
where
was
you all are
right here.
heading to remove your tattoos and present your documents of release.
Oh, oops! I've got the wrong map. Then I've got Drellburn listed as capital.
Oh no, I know. I switch up the maps. Remember, I was changing all this.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
I'll present you all the maps later.
Okay, I'm gonna come
Okay.
back from the bathroom and sit down at the table.
Okay, so Dawn comes back from taking a piss and sits down.
It was good, if anybody was wondering.
Okay, well.
Monk was not.
Well, thank you for your concern, big guy.
Of course.
All right, well.
Not realize you had wished for an audience.
Hey, everybody likes a little time to themselves, but I always enjoy my audiences.
Okay, so I'm assuming you guys.
Rosalind has a question.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Rosalind, what is your question?
Do you know how far the Henderson Kingdom is from here?
From here?
Yes.
Probably if you. Well, how, are you walking by horse, by griffin? How are you traveling?
Say by walking.
By walking?
I Griffin.
Probably about 14 days, maybe a little longer.
Okay.
How much is Griffin taxi?
Well, you pay. It's a total of 500 gold. You pay about 400 up. Not 400 up. You pay 500 up front, and then you're given back 400 gold if the griffin is returned. Usually, but rates may vary.
Mm.
And that's per griffin.
Monk would rather run.
I understand.
Dronix kind of, when he hears the word 500 gold, kind of quickly puts a hand to his chest and eyes widen slightly. Small gasp.
And well, one thing, Dronex. Do you drink the ale that's been presented to you?
Oh.
Drink.
I would prefer a water, but considering this is here, and considering that clear liquid over there doesn't look too trusting.
Just because I said clear liquid?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I think I
stare
have
concerningly at my empty cup.
I slowly start drinking there, not quickly, slowly.
Slowly, the ale. Okay.
Oh no.
I need
Yeah.
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Dies of intoxication.
Constitution, I get a +1. Oh shoot.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Does a 5 win?
Oh.
You take 2 quick sips of your ale, and your face starts to slowly turn red.
I move myself in between him and Zahuna very discreetly, although I'm not sure he would notice any different.
In his now
Doesn't feel
inebriated
good.
state, probably not.
Well, this feels a bit warm.
Okay, so
Oh,
you guys finish your ale, except for Dronex. He finishes his 2 sips.
I am not drinking my clear liquid.
Okay, then.
I've
You called
already
it a
finished
clear.
my gravy.
You called it a clear liquid. I ain't drinking it.
Okay, then. But you technically don't know I called it a clear liquid.
I stand up from my seat, walk over to the other side of the table, put my hand in the small of Zahuna's back. Says, would you like some ale as well?
No, thank you. I'll take a water, please.
I take my tail and I slap Dronex's hand.
Dronex, your hand gets slapped by a pointy tail.
What was that for? I'm just offering Zahuna
You're
here.
very handsy
we-
there, sir. I'm gonna need you to step back and sit down.
How about we all get on the road before things devolve too quickly?
Monk
We
agrees.
appreciate your assistance, Zahuna, but we will be on the road. Come now, Dronex.
Oh, anytime.
Outside.
And she goes, I almost forgot something. And she runs, she quickly stands up, scooting her seat back, and she heads out the front door of the tavern.
I think we should bring her with us.
Which way is the exit to town that
I
we
think
need?
so too.
Well, we're gonna head towards the.
I think you two need to get your brains out of the gutter.
Well, I'm just saying. She said she got the book from somebody who's already read it, and she knows who this person is. Obviously, she could be able to take us to him. That, and she
Yes,
could still potentially be a target.
I don't think we need to uproot the life of some poor librarian girl when we could just ask her who the
Well,
person
yeah,
is.
we could ask her. It'd be her decision.
Okay, so you guys stand up and start heading towards. Start to leave the tavern.
Which exit do we need to go out of?
You'll head towards the north of town.
Okay. Before Zahuna leaves, can I shout at her that she should meet us at the north exit?
Yeah, I'll say you were able to shout that out to her, and she goes, of course, it'll only take a few minutes. And then she officially leaves the tavern. So you guys get up and start heading that way?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
What was that?
I just said yes.
Oh, okay. Then. So you guys get up, you start to walk out of the tavern, and as you walk through town, start making your way towards the northern gate, you do see that some of the buildings have been burnt and collapsed in. Some have some minor damages, broken windows. But you do see a handful of bodies that have been kind of laid in a line and covered up with sheets, probably about between 10 and 20. You start to, and you do see people crying and mourning over the loss of some friends and family. And you guys start heading your way to the front gate, and you stop. It takes a few minutes, but after a while, you do see Zahuna start running, kind of jogging towards you guys. She's got some stuff in her hands. And she presents to you guys so here you go, and she hands you a large basket. Inside the basket has some loaves of cheese, bread, looks like some dried fruits, and a couple of water. It's a water, not a flask. It's a water. I'm trying to think of it. The name escapes me. Not a pitcher. You guys know what I'm talking about?
A watering can?
Not a can.
A jug, like a water jug.
Well, it's something you guys carry around for travel to drink in.
Oh,
Flask?
No, not a flask.
Canteen.
A canteen.
Yeah, like a canteen. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a canteen.
Mm.
So there's a couple canteens, and you get the impression it's filled with a clear liquid. And she kind of hands this over to Rosaline, and she goes, "Here, this is for the travel. Please stay safe." And as you also open the basket a bit, Rosaline, you do see that there is a small pouch of you get the impression it's filled with some coins. And then as she's starting to walk away, she turns to Dronex, and she pulls out, it looks like a seashell. And as she hands it to Dronex, and she goes, if you need anything, you can contact me through this. It shouldn't exhaust any spells or any spell energy.
So this means you're not coming with us?
Oh no, I have a business to run.
Okay. So you said you knew a guy. Well, obviously he gave you the book after he was done reading it.
Oh yeah.
What was his name?
I don't know his name actually. It's rather
Okay.
weird. Just one day I received a package in the mail, but this is back when I first started. I didn't have a lot of books besides like some fiction writing. But there was a book, and he's just some gentleman from Kabisera, and he says he appreciates what I'm doing here and is willing to, give me books. So I'm assuming he owns some kind of bookstore in the capital. I don't know his name. I've never met him. He'd never visit. I've never left here.
Well then, bookstore in the
Well-
capital. We'll keep an eye out.
You know what this man looks like?
No, I've never seen him.
Well,
And,
it's
well,
okay. I like hide and seek.
And she looks at all of you. She goes, "Well, please stay safe and feel free to visit." And she looks at you, Dronex, and she kind of like gets on her tippy toes and like kisses you on the cheek, and she starts to walk slowly back to her library.
Oh my.
Wow, I hate rejection, you guys.
I don't feel rejected at all.
Your red face turns a bit more red, and I'm gonna guess you guys start heading
That's the only
towards.
person who gained from this interaction.
Wait, what was it?
I feel like me and Dronex are the only people who gained from this interaction. How lovely.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Let's go.
And Don starts to lead you guys out of Josana. All right, so it's about a 7-day travel. Who on the first day? Who is leading?
Me.
All right, Adrian. I need you to roll me for the first day. Roll me a survival check.
Which is a...
It's your wisdom. It should be if I'm not mistaken, it's the very last skill on your sheet.
Oh, sorry.
Righty.
Do I have my papers?
Sorry. I just... sorry.
A 10.
You got a 10?
Yes.
All right, cool. So for your first day traveling to
The face
Kabisera, nothing. You make your camp, and nothing occurs during the night or during the day. During your second day, who's taking lead?
I will.
Who's... just out of curiosity, whose files do I still have a hold of? Presumably I got mine back.
Okay,
Unless
you've
someone
got
else took it.
yours. I believe you have Monks and Rosaline.
No, I have mine.
Never mind, Rosaline
got
has hers. So
Rosaline
you have
and,
Monks and
Randolph.
Randolph's.
All right. Well, considering neither of them asked for it back, during my first set on watch, I'm going to read over their files.
Okay, then so
'Cause
you
I'm
look at
assuming
the.
that because it's part of the criminal system, eventually these will just become public knowledge, right? You could just pull these at any point.
Did you ask them if you could read them?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I'm just saying,
I mean,
you're gonna
they're
be traveling
while they
together
are
for a
public
while.
files, they're more like they're not really for the public, but I guess people could look for them if they really wanted to know who you
Yeah,
were.
it's like any sort of normal criminal system. I'm well within my legal rights to look.
Exactly. All right, so you look over the first documentation on the first night. You read Randolph's file. You do see that Randolph, he
Do we
grew
maybe
up.
want to just hop in?
What
Do
is
we
it?
maybe just want to like pop into a separate call real quick? Do you want to stay in this one?
I will stay in this one. I'm not that worried about it. During the as you read Randolph's file, you do see that he is from Tildon. He's from the region of Shorewar. He grew up in a household that wasn't exactly the brightest or the best well kept. You read that from his statements that his dad was a drunkard and pretty abusive, especially towards him and his
For
mother.
reference,
As he turned
doing-
as he turned the age of 18, he left home. He he went to his local kind of sanctuary, and he did become a paladin under, I believe, Buhaya. Is that correct, Randolph?
Yes.
Okay, you became a Buhaya
for
paladin.
reference,
Huh?
For reference, I am doing this while everyone else is asleep, so the people's files I'm reading don't know that I'm reading them.
Okay, then. Everyone else is
Like,
asleep?
it's not like I'm just sitting in the middle of everywhere. Well, I said this during I took a watch turn, and I'm doing this during that watch turn.
All right, sounds good to me.
So everyone else is sleeping, and I'm leafing through people's files while on watch.
Okay, then. Well, again, he became a paladin of Buhaya. And he trained very hard. He was very much so, like, he was very devoted to his craft, and he was devoted to his worship. And one day, as he returned home, he did see that his mother was abused a bit more than usual. So he sat outside his front door, waiting for his father. And then when his father came home, it was a quick decapitation. Understanding what he did was not good. He did turn himself in, and that's how he ended up here.
Interesting.
Very interesting. All right. As the morning shines upon you, you said, Dawn, you
Do I also
are.
have time to read monks?
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
sorry, my
monks
bad.
as
Yeah.
well.
So, you read monks. You see that monk is from the Enuma temples in Torah, in the region of Torkar. Monk, while there's not much basic documentation on his growing, all it states that he grew up in the temple. You do see that this temple is known for producing some very good and large amounts of wine and other types of alcohols. He drank all of it, got incredibly wasted, and the monks essentially had to arrest him and restrain him down. And that was his crime. And then he was sent to jail. It had only been about a week-ish before he was given the offer to redeem himself.
Is there any reference regarding his fighting prowess during this highly inebriated state?
Not much, but it did take several monks to hold him down.
Good to know.
All right, and you close up the file and you go to sleep. Dawn, you said you were going to take the lead for the next day.
Mhm.
All right, then. So I need you to roll me either a survival or a perception check.
I'll do. Hang on, which one do I have? Okay, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Oh my god, I got 20!
Nice. All right, so as you start walking towards Kabisera, you do notice that you guys are heading back into the forest that you fought the bandits in. You were following the same path. As you start to enter the path, as you look up into the trees, you do see what looks to be like a wolf. Like somehow
in the trees?
in the trees. And she looks down upon you guys, and as she looks, she kind of slowly backs away behind the tree. And even though she's trying to stay hidden, you do see that she's jumping from branch to branch, running deeper into the forest.
I'm gonna call out, and I'm gonna be like, I did see you. You could at least stop and say hi.
Make me an animal handling check.
Uh, 12.
12. She ignores you and runs deeper into the forest.
Good talk. Okay. Well then, I'm gonna take out my paper and I'm gonna read my file.
All right, you read your file, and it's basically as As you read it, it seems to be more focused on your family than it was about you. While the crime you did commit is still in there, it makes a big emphasis on the family you came from.
Figures.
All right, so you guys travel for one day within the forest. All right, who's taking first watch?
I'm happy to do it again if no one else wants to.
I will.
Monk will.
All
Hey,
right,
and
so
Rosaline!
Rosaline, Monk, and Adrian decided to take the first watch. All right,
Monk will go back to sleep.
All right, never mind. Monk goes back to sleep, and Rosaline and Adrian stay awake to keep the first 4-hour watch. I need both of you to roll me a perception check.
Oh wait, did I tell them what happened? Did I have a chance to tell them?
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Did you tell them what happened?
I did not.
All right, and Adrian, what'd you
I would
get?
like to.
Okay then. So, do you want to stay awake and tell them?
I
That
got.
would probably be ideal.
Okay then. What'd
I
you
got
get?
an 11.
11. So nat 20 and 11.
Getting
Okay.
bullied.
All right,
by
and also
bugs.
Dawn stays awake.
Yeah, I have some things to say. I rolled
feel
an
like I'm
8.
about to get
Roll an 8.
how unpleasant.
All right, so
So when I took watch, there was a wolf in the trees. We clearly saw each other, and I called out to it, but it ran away. So there's that.
You can talk to wolves?
Monk is awake?
Monk is asleep.
Monk was meditating.
No.
He meditates with
Mon-
his entire body laying on the ground.
I might snore
And
a
his
little
eyes
bit.
closed.
It's okay.
Remind me again why having 4 people out of 5 taking a watch works.
There's only 3 of you.
Well,
I guess Monk is awake. I don't know, Monk's meditating, whatever he's doing.
Well, I stayed up to tell you just in case. You know, it was important or whatever.
Huh.
Okay. So then Rosaline and Adrian, you both get through your 4-hour watch and nothing.
I was gonna use I was gonna use this as like a roleplay opportunity, but if we want to keep going, I'm down.
Oh, that's fine, yeah. Use a roleplay opportunity. Good job.
Rosaline,
Yes.
you seem to have had an interesting past.
Did you read my file?
Just a light skim. You're open to read mine if you want, and I pull out my file and offer it to her.
I'll take it.
Okay, so you read the file. Right, Rosaline?
Yes.
All right. So, as you read
I'm asleep, right? Or am I awake?
I'm going to say you're asleep because it's just Adrian, Rosaline, and a meditating monk. So,
Quote
again,
unquote meditating.
yeah. So, as you read Adrian's file, Rosaline, you see that, again, he does come from the city of Bumili in Deswin. Again, he was from he was a paladin of the Velaris household, and he trained to be one of the heralds. Upon completion, he entered the Velaris family, and basically within like his first few days, he went into the De Bella house, like main house, and assassinated the leader, the head of the house. After she was essentially murdered by him, he was as he exited the building, he was promptly arrested immediately. He was in prison for about a month before he was offered essentially a redemption task, and he accepted.
Interesting file.
I have my reasons, and I offered this to you as somewhat of a parlay. I didn't mean to read your file to I didn't intend any offense by it. I simply like to know who I'm working with. I know most people who go to prison often don't. I say most. Plenty of people who go to prison often don't deserve it. And after looking at many of your files, or skimming, you people seem to be rather innocent. At first, I was unsure if I could trust any of you, seeing as how I was in the presence of criminals, even though I was one myself. But upon further inspection, you all seem to be trustworthy people. So I would like to apologize for potentially breaking the trust between us and reading her file if you're uncomfortable with it. But if you wouldn't mind elaborating on some of the reasons you committed your crime, I would be more than happy to listen if it's something you need to get off your chest.
My crime. I wouldn't call it a crime.
Crime of passion.
Care to elaborate on that statement?
I met a prince.
Hmm.
Lovely. Fell in love. Sadly, the king and queen didn't like me. And they didn't like the fact that I fucked him on the king's bed.
It's only a slight breach of etiquette.
We were in a fit of passion. What were we supposed to do?
Fair enough.
So they threw me in the dungeon and planned to execute me until my lover had to convince them to lighten my sentence.
Hmm.
And I plan to find him again.
Well, then might I offer you a trade?
Of what?
You see, as I'm sure you saw in my file, I come from the Valrus family, of which I am sure that I'll be reinstated into. Once I am pretty much guaranteed to rise the ranks to become the right-hand man of Lady Valrus herself. We are a rather powerful trade empire, and considering my potential future employment, would you be willing, once you clearly resume your relationship with the prince and eventually become queen of said nation, hopefully, would you be willing to open up trade lanes with my clan or guild?
I wouldn't mind it. Mind you, my last name may not hold a good reputation with high elves.
I'm sure we can find a way to work around that.
Just don't let my father and my whore of a mother know.
Assuredly not. Well, that was all I wished to speak about. You seem to be a rather upstanding and trustworthy person, if a little passionate. I'll head to bed now. Good
All
luck on
right.
your watch.
So first 4 hours pass. Who do you two wake up to take the next 4-hour watch?
Monk!
Yes, just Monk, no one else.
Just Monk? Okay.
All right. So
I only need 4 hours of sleep, but
Yeah, I only need 4 hours.
I know you only need 4 hours, but that doesn't mean you can't sleep for 8.
Tally,
do I get double the spell slot?
It's like Connor. He only needs 4 hours, but that doesn't mean he likes it.
Exactly. Lost control of my life. Okay, so Monk, you were jolted awake by Adrian and Rosaline, and you take the next watch. I need you to make me a perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
Oh, that's kind of good. I need to stop turning off my phone.
I wish you'd stop sitting on my stuff.
Tally, stop hitting the computer.
Got a 15.
Got a 15.
That's not bad.
You do hear some rustling nearby, but that's it. You hear some rustling nearby, and it quickly goes away.
I'm gonna go check it out.
All right, cool. So you go to check it out. As you look around, you don't see anything, and you no longer hear the rustling, as it seems to have essentially moved away. But you do see it looks like a couple of large footprints are made in the grass nearby.
Do I recognize from what animal or?
Make me a either make it a survival or an animal handling check. Well, the footprints are larger than your foot, so I'll at least say that because you're a half monk, not half orc. I'll say that.
I got a 16.
16. All right, you do know that it's from a very large creature. You don't know exactly what it is, but it's rather large. And the fact that it was able to stay so hidden from you is a testament to what it can do, despite its size.
Not terrifying at all.
No, not at all. But the next 4 hours pass without incident. So, 2 days down. Your next day, who takes lead? You're walking through the forest now. Who takes lead?
I guess I'll do it again.
All right, Dawn, make me a survival or a perception check.
Oh, Callie. 10.
These are some very beautiful trees.
Wow, look at these trees, you guys. They're so pretty.
All right, so as that happens, you travel for most of the day as the sun starts to
Oh my
set.
goodness.
I'm gonna say you guys set up for camp. You make your fire. You eat some of the food that's been given to you. And who's taking first watch?
Randolph, take first watch with me.
Sure.
All right, so Adrian and Randolph, as the others fall asleep, I need both of you to make me a perception check.
15.
15.
I got a 14.
14. Okay. As while the fire is still rather lit and illuminating you all, you do hear some rustling from a distance, and it's coming closer. The rustling seems rather loud. And it's coming from I'm gonna say the eastern direction.
What do we do?
You stay here so they don't go undefended. I'll go check it out and I'll call for you if I need help.
Okay.
All right, so
I go check it
Adrian
out.
starts to make his way towards the rustling herd, and then as the rustling gets louder and louder, you actually feel the ground beneath you start to shake a bit. Make me a perception check.
Ooh, 18.
18. As you peer off in the distance, even though you don't have dark vision, you are able to make out a couple shapes that are probably a good 120 feet from you. They look very large, and you almost kind of hear a noise starting to come from that direction. And it looks like there are two of them, large creatures. Make me either a animal handling or a survival check.
Nat 20.
Nat
I
20.
don't get any.
You
pluses
recognize
on that.
these large hulking giants as ogres, and it looks like they're starting to like quickly make way towards your camp because they see a fire.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
I sprint back to camp, doing my best to make as little noise as possible. And I'm assuming I'm not more than like 60 feet, right?
Yeah, you're not more than 60 feet from the camp. But if you're gonna do
I get
that,
back-
then I would say make me a stealth check.
Okay. 6.
6. All right, your armor is clanking, and
Yeah.
your flail kind of like hits like some of your armor, making even more dinging noises, like ching 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 as you're running towards camp. Adrian, you hear this clanking noise, and you recognize this clanking noise because your armor also makes this kind of noise when you run. What do you do?
Does that wake up everyone?
What is it?
Is it loud enough to wake people up?
I'm gonna say it's not because of the distance you were at. It's not loud enough to wake people up, but it is loud enough for Randolph to recognize the noise it's making.
I wake up everybody.
All right, and so everyone, you're kind of jolted awake as you're being woken up by Randolph. Sorry, hiccup. As you're being woken up by Randolph, you actually kind of hear large thumping noises and the ground beneath you start to shake a bit. If Randolph wasn't able to wake you up, this shaking kind of is. And essentially emerging from this part of the forest, you see two giant ogres. One is basically clean shaven. He's got it looks like around his waist is some like really thick vines. And from the vines are kind of tied like half a human torso, half the bottom half of a human body, kind of like split into two. You see a couple arms and legs kind of hanging off of his body. The other one you see The other ogre has a little bit of like hair coming down towards, like it kind of like touches her shoulders. You get the impression it's a male and a female ogre. She's got some kind of like thing on her back, and it looks like it's used to carry something almost like a mismade kind of basket on her back, and she holds. It looks like a small tree trunk, while the male ogre, it looks like he's holding also a tree trunk, and he also has uh what looks to be a dragonborn's body, like he's hanging and he's holding it by the by its left leg, and they approach all of you, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
So,
man,
am I
you
back at the
gotta-
camp yet, or did like
Oh yeah,
they beat me to the
you were
camp?
all back in the camp.
You gotta get down the telly.
Oh,
Nice.
fun.
I forget. Is there a plus to your
17 for Rosaline.
Ooh, 18.
There is a plus to your initiative.
Yeah, it should be
is.
top of
No?
your paper, middle section.
I don't have initiative.
Holy shit.
All right, cool. So, for anybody 25 to 20.
Me.
Me,
All right, I need answers for me.
22.
21.
All right, cool. So,
Earn you.
Monk's meditating paid off.
I was meditating
I
too.
fixed my dice.
all right then. I need a 15 to 20.
18.
Line 17.
10 to 15. 5 to 10.
Me,
Me.
All right, I need me's.
Randolph.
No, I mean like what number did you get?
Oh, 10.
5.
10, 5. Okay.
I'm a little winded from running back.
We can see how you're gonna do.
All right then. So we'll begin at the top of the round. They are about 60 feet from you all. Monk, you can go first.
I'm going to use the key point for, I don't know if patient defense would work well enough for this guy. Yeah, patient defense. I'm going to run up to one of their legs and hit it as hard as I can.
All right. Roll me a d20.
I have a... What's the plus to hit on this bitch? Is the attack bonus the, like, total number to hit?
So on your paper in the middle where it says it says attack bonus. Can you see paper?
Yeah.
Let me see if I'm
In
making
the
sure I'm
center
reading this
where
right.
you put your...
Oh yeah, attack bonus. Yeah, so you add that's your total number you add to your dice roll.
Is a +9 weird? Because a +9 seems weird.
What are you hitting with?
A quarterstaff.
Well, it'd be, if I'm mistaken, your quarterstaff would be, because that's a finesse weapon, if I'm not mistaken, so that's your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency bonus. Your dexterity, yeah, 9 sounds a little weird.
I think I am a monk. The dexterity is pretty high.
Yeah, that means your dexterity is 6, because your proficiency bonus is a 3. Here, what's your dexterity modifier?
Shit. It is a +3.
+3? Okay, that should be a +6 to hit then.
Okay.
Alright, then, so...
18.
18, alright, 18 hits, roll for your damage.
So a 6 in total.
Oh, 6 damage? Alright, so are you hitting the male or the female ogre? Oh my god, ogre.
I'm hit the male one.
Male one, alright, do 6 points of
Where?
damage. Sweet. And are you gonna do the melee attack with it?
Yes.
All right,
I'll
cool.
follow up.
All right, roll for roll to see if you hit again.
Got a 15.
15. All right, 15 also hits. Roll for damage.
Sweet. I got a 6.
6. All right. So you hit him in the knee with your quarterstaff, kind of forces his knee to kind of bend in a little bit, and as he's kind of trying to recover, you quickly jump up and what's called kind of like almost Superman punch him right in the jaw.
Nice.
How tall are
Noise.
they?
They are large creatures. They're probably I'd say probably about 9 to 10 feet tall.
All right, my brain was thinking 20, so yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah, we'll just go with that for now. All right, next up, Dronex.
Yeah. So they were 60 feet from us.
They're about 60 feet from you, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to 35 feet past them. I'm going to center a sleet storm.
Okay, so like you said 35 feet like behind them kind of thing and center a sleep storm?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, because it has a 40-foot radius. So essentially they will be 5 feet inside the edge of the circle. So we can go, like, Monk can go up and hit them and not be in that new difficult terrain.
Wait, how big's the
Right.
circle?
It's a 40-foot radius. So that's why I'm centering it 35 feet behind them. So they are 5 feet in from the edge of it.
And theoretically, we can dash back at the end of our turns because we have movement speed.
Okay, I'll roll with it. All right, cool. What do they have to roll what do they have to roll?
They don't have to roll anything until it's their turn. Once it's their turn, basically what this does is the area is heavily obscured, exposed flames are doused, the ground is covered in slick ice, making it difficult terrain. So when the creature enters the spell's area for the first time or starts there, it must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, it falls prone.
Noted. All right, cool. So as you cast this like kind of like cloud that starts to slowly grow behind them and essentially encapsulates them, but I'm going to say Monk is safe, but they are on the edge of it.
Yep.
Next up is the male ogre. So he's got to make, you said, a dex saving throw.
Yep.
What's your spell save DC? Never mind, that's a nat 20.
Oh shit.
So he's able to, like, he breathes in the smoke and he's like, ugh. And he looks down at you, Monk, as you just kind of bloodied his nose a bit, and he's going to attack with his with the tree trunk in his left hand. All right, does a 14 hit?
I have a dodge, so no.
All right, cool. You use dodge. All right, he's going to use his second attack, and that is definitely not going to hit as he kind of swings the dragonborn's body at your face, and he misses entirely. All right, next up, Dawn.
Okay. How close am I to them?
They are about 60 feet from you.
Okay. How close am I to everybody else?
Besides Monk, I'm going to say you all are kind of like in a circle around, encircling the campfire. So probably about within 5 to 10 feet of it. Not 5, about 5 feet from everybody. 5, 10 feet.
Okay.
Oh, Roslyn, you're on deck.
Okay.
Sorry about it.
Shit. All right. I'm gonna use Icing Death's Frost on the female.
Okay. Are you able to tell me how that works?
So I'm gonna move up 30 feet because I have a speed of 30.
Oh, bitch.
Okay. And what's called icing death frost?
Yeah, it should be a 30-foot cone. If I remember.
We're doing this again?
Yeah.
Am I going to die again?
You should have saved that dodge.
Save your dodge for your own
Take
teammates.
my own team into account.
Well, are they close enough together? Because it is a 30-foot cone.
They're close enough together, but
I'm gonna try and hit them both.
that's
Well,
fine.
hang
but
on. How close is Monk to the?
All right, so let's see. So a burst of icy cold energy emanates from you in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a Constitution saving throw. All right, so Monk, you are included in this. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, sir.
What's your spell save DC?
12.
12. Okay. The
Damn it.
Did you get an 11?
I got a 2.
Oh no!
All right. Well, as like the frost kind of
That's a
like
4 in total
encapsulates
with
the two ogres, you do see them kind of like as they're it is cold, they're kind of like shaking the frost off their body. I need you to. Well, give me 1 second. Sorry.
I need to roll a new.
All right. So
fucking
you need to
character.
roll 3d8. Since you don't have that, I will provide you with these 3 dice. All right.
Hey, Monk, what's your max HP?
It's higher now, but still.
It's 38, right?
I feel so bad because
Roll,
like,
gotta roll.
38.
oh, I feel so bad every time I've used this spell. It always hits him.
Yep.
It never fails.
It exclusively hit me this time.
Oh, I mean, it hit them, but they take half damage. All right. What damage you make?
7 plus 6, so that's
13.
13.
All right, Monk, you take 13 points of damage, and
That's
the 2 ogres they take. What was it? Half that rounded down, so 6.
Oh, why for them for only 6?
They made the
On a
spell
successful
save.
save, a
Oh,
creature
they
takes half as much
succeeded.
damage with no additional effect.
Yeah, both of them.
Congratulations, you have once again hurt Monk, and only Monk.
Wait, with no additional effect. Am I like frozen or some shit?
Oh shit.
Let's see. So until a creature uses its action to break the ice off itself or another creature, the creature covered in ice has its speed reduced to 0.
God damn it,
Oh.
Gracie. Movement's my only thing.
All right, next up is Rosline with Randolph on deck.
It is my
Okay.
one thing exclusively.
How far away are they?
They're about 60 feet from you.
60
How did
feet.
Monk make it that far?
I'm fast.
Oh, yeah.
Much fast.
Let
Again,
me see.
movement is my entire thing. Not two now.
Can I move up?
You can
Or-
move up the amount of feet you need to move.
We didn't give me one. I'm gonna guess it's 30 because.
Oh yeah, we
Oh.
keep forgetting to do that. Yeah, 30.
Hey, Monk, what are you at right now?
In front of the male ogre.
25.
Because I've got a 30-foot cone.
Oh my god.
Damn it. I
He's not
am
even the punching bag of this
banning
group.
cones.
Cones are his bane.
This is why I save my cones until the enemies come to me.
You cause
You
an
should
entire house
And then I
to
give them
be
2 scoops.
on fire.
All right, so what do you do,
You should cast
Rosline?
Burning Hands.
Hold on, fine. I won't do that.
Wait. No, wait. Adrian's got a point. I could use Burning Hands, a 30-foot cone, and melt the ice off of.
You can do
Well, then
damage.
I just
We'll
be
get
on
to that when we
fire.
get to that.
I'll actually do a cloud of daggers
Cloud
on
dagger.
the. Are the 2 orcs like close to each other?
I'm gonna say they're about 10 feet apart.
Which one's closer to us?
I'm gonna say they're about the same distance to you, so you can choose.
I'll go with the male.
Okay, you fill the
I'm
air
gonna do-
with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side, centered on a point you choose within range.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So roll me
A creature takes. Oh.
Give me
Oh
1 second.
I gotta roll before I tell you.
Yeah, you gotta hit first.
Yeah, you gotta hit first because they don't make any kind of save.
It hits.
Thought I was gonna hit Monk.
Well, that's the AC.
Critical failure.
Well, what'd you hit? Sorry.
I got a 16 plus my spell attack bonus, which is a +6.
Nice. All right, cool. So
Wait.
roll 4d4.
Honor, you're gonna hate me.
I will hate you forever.
I'm using 1 dice.
Jesus, what's wrong with you people?
4, 7, 11, 12.
All right, so you create this kind of like cloud of obviously a cloud of daggers kind of floating around the orc, and then just at a time,
Hold
and then you see like these almost invisible like daggers, translucent daggers, start to pierce his body and then quickly disappear after they make contact.
Hold on. I had something written down for this spell.
Okay.
Maybe if I can find it. Fuck.
Okay then.
Damn, I had it written down. I know I did. Because it was hilarious.
It was hilarious. Okay.
Can you target it on certain areas of their body?
Oh no.
Or we have a bandit repeat event.
Damn, is it on my iPad? Hold on!
Okay.
I have certain spells, like my Cure Wounds spell. I have a certain thing that I say with that. So.
Okay then.
You have to sing a song.
No. You'll see. If one of you gets hurt, I'll tell you.
Okay, I think someone's already hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some dude in your team that's kind of covered in ice right now.
You'll tell us when we get hurt.
I think we're about to hear it real soon.
He'll be fine. We'll get through the battle first. Okay, I can't find it. Go on, just go
All right.
on. I can't find it.
All right. Well, while you're looking for that, Randolph, it's your turn with Adrian on deck after the female ogre.
Oh no.
I am going to run up to the male ogre and like use with my battle axe and just swing it for a decapitation.
All
Can
right,
he
cool.
make it that far?
Oh yeah, how far away are you?
We're all 60. Me and him have a movement of 30 feet. They're out of our range.
Oh. So
You do have javelins, I believe.
The
yeah,
hobblins.
I do have javelins. Let me see their range.
Javelins.
And actually, Randolph, your speed is 25 feet.
Yeah, you have small legs.
I found it.
Okay. Well, we'll
Alright,
wait
go.
for that.
Never mind, don't go.
Yeah, I actually don't. So the javelin is like, I don't even see the distance for it.
I'll say it can reach 60 feet. So if you want, I'll say you can move 25 feet forward and you can throw a javelin.
Okay.
I think they lose accuracy after 50 feet, and then you take disadvantage for every additional 50 feet from there.
So yeah, I'd say run up 25 feet and then throw a javelin.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Okay, so you do that, throw a javelin. So does it tell you what to throw, like, or how to throw it, like how much you get?
It says like 1d6 plus 3 for damage type.
Well, that's for damage. Do you have like an attack bonus?
Plus 6.
All right, then. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna roll a d20 and add the attack bonus.
5 plus 6 is 11. That's bad.
Oh yeah, so you throw the javelin and it kind of goes past his left ear.
Fuck.
And hits Monk.
And hits and it quickly turns around like a boomerang and hits Monk.
That sounds about right.
All right, next up is the female ogre. So
Yes, make a dex save throw.
Yeah, gotta make the dex saving throw. And what's your spell save DC?
15.
15. All right. So as she takes one step through the through your cloud, she quickly collapses onto the ground.
Yes.
All right. So next up is Adrian with Monk on deck.
Yay. All right. I run forward my maximum distance and throw a javelin.
All right. Cool. Make me an attack roll.
Plus my attack bonus is 15, so I got 13 plus 2.
All right, cool. Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
Can I add
which
smite
orc
to
are you
this?
hitting? Which ogre are you hitting?
The one on the ground.
The one on the ground? Okay, well, since you are 5 feet from them, your attack roll has disadvantage.
5 feet from them?
An attack roll against the
I-
creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage.
On the
That
one on the
seems-
ground?
On the one on the ground. She's prone.
Weren't you like 30 feet from him? Not 5?
Yeah, I'm like 30 feet. But I think he says if it's within 5, you get advantage. On the outside, you get disadvantage. Is it too late to change my target?
I'll say you can change it. I don't care.
All right, then I'll switch at the last second and throw it at the big guy.
All right, then. So you're about to throw it at the ogre on the ground, and then quickly pivot your eyes towards the left and roll for damage.
Can I add smite to a javelin?
What?
Can I add smite to a javelin?
Sure, why not?
Oh, no.
My character crutch has come in clutch. Alrighty, so I'm gonna add 2 first level spell slots for Divine Smite. So 1d6 plus 3 for the javelin, plus 4d8.
All right, then.
Because it's 2d8 per smite.
I got you. Roll for damage.
Alrighty. I'm doing the math real quick. Hold on.
No worries. Again, Monk, you are on deck.
I wonder what I'm gonna do.
Let's see. I believe on your turn, if you want, you can use your action to break the ice.
And then that's it. Well, then I
And-
can move, I suppose.
Yeah, you could move, yeah, out of the cone.
Oh,
Alright,
Out of
so
all the cones.
I got a total of 27.
All right, cool. So you throw your javelin, it hits him right like in the center of his gut, and all of a sudden, as he's looking at this javelin, it's kind of like pierce through his skin. Blood starts to run out. Like you hear this loud as lightning strikes right where the javelin meets his skin, and you hear.
Nice. Alright, next
And you
action.
see like kind of like smoke kind of like emanate off his body as he's basically almost fried.
Smells like pork
Next,
rinds.
alright, I have another action after this. Do I get 2 sets of movement per action, or is it 1 total?
You can use your action to move.
Alright, then I'm going to run forward and place myself in between Monk and the male ogre who I just hit,
All right, cool.
and use my protective, because it's a passive ability. I have a protective fighting style,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm using that to make sure I tank the hit for Monk.
All right, cool. So you get in between between Monk and the male ogre. All right, Monk, it is your turn with Dronex on deck.
I'm gonna go ahead and break the ice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think breaking the ice requires any kind of roll, so I think you're good.
Okay. Trying to think if I should move away or stay. I'm gonna keep.
You're fast enough to get in front of me and then back behind me.
Yes.
Actually, give me 1 second. Don't you have? Give me 1 second. Let me check something for monks.
Wait.
Also, I
Is
think you
the
just
bonus attack like? Can I do it after any action, or can I only do it after an attack?
Okay, so a couple things. You said what was it? Your bonus action?
Yeah, just my default bonus action.
Oh no, you have to make an attack first, but you do have extra attack.
That's okay. I must have worded it wrong. So I can just use extra attack.
To attack, yes.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that and try and hit him with my quarterstaff again.
Okay then. So using Adrian as some kind of wall or shield, you kind of swing your quarterstaff around him, making an attack roll.
please don't critically fail.
We'll see. 21.
Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
All right, so you go and you take your quarterstaff and you kind of like swing around towards like trying to get over Adrian's head, and you hit the ogre across the chin, and basically as the wood of the quarterstaff hits his jaw, his head spins, and you hear a loud noise, and essentially collapses on top of you guys. I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Oh, sweet.
All
The
right.
one thing the character's good at. Fuck! I need to stop.
I got a 7. I failed. I got a 7.
Dexterity.
Dexterity saving throw.
I got a 12.
12.
That's with a +6 modifier, guys.
Yikes.
All right,
plus
and
0.
Adrian, what'd you roll?
A 7.
A 7.
Oh,
All right, as this ogre kind of like collapses on top of you, both of you take 5 points of damage.
Wait, how strong are we? Hold on.
I'm pretty strong.
I have 16 strength. I don't know.
I have 14.
Can we like
No,
bench
we're-
press it?
I mean, we're about to find out our next turn. I
Yeah, pretty
suppose.
much.
All right, so both of you take 5 points of damage. All right, next up is Dawn with Rosalind on deck. No, not Dawn. Sorry, Dronex with Dawn on deck.
Yeah, well, I was gonna do something, and then he died. So I guess I'll just do while the female's still prone, right?
Yes, but also you gotta remember, an attack roll against creature has advantage if the attacker is in 5 feet of the creature. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage.
Why does the attack have a disadvantage?
I mean, at least for now, if you're trying to hit it with something, it depends on the spell. If you're gonna use a spell,
I'll do Ray of Enfeeblement. Requires a Constitution save. I don't have to roll. They have to roll.
all right, cool, good enough for me. All right. And what's your spell save DC?
15.
15. Does not work.
It does, as in they beat the save. They were successful.
Yes, they made the save.
damn.
This thing has a Constitution of +3.
Shit.
Oh,
Wow.
Say it's an ogre.
And I rolled a
Clearly
16.
Okay.
dang it.
All right, cool. So the male orc is dead. Dawn, you are up with Rosalind on deck. Have that
Alright,
description
how
ready.
close am I to the
You
female
are
orc?
you are still 60 feet from it.
I thought I moved up 30 feet.
Oh, you moved up 30 feet?
Yeah,
Okay,
did-
never
did
mind.
it go-
That's how she hit.
Oh yeah,
Monk.
you're right.
Yeah,
You're right. That's how
okay.
you destroyed Monk. Next
So,
up, you move up 30. You're 30
I'm
feet.
gonna move 25 feet,
Okay.
and I'm going to use. Am I anywhere near Monk? Or Adrian?
If you move up 25 feet, you will essentially be almost kind of next to him.
Okay. Am
We
I
are under
at
an
least
ogre. We're
more
safe.
than 5 feet away from him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You're 10
So
feet
this
from
will
him.
not hit you guys.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Okay. So I'm gonna use Sword Burst, and you create a momentary circle of spectral blades that sweep around you. All creatures within 5 feet of you must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 force damage.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
That's a 1. So, alright, roll for damage.
I thought you said horse damage, like the animal. I'm like,
Did
damn,
too.
That's a kind of damage.
A horse damage.
Okay.
Is that like druid
Yeah,
damage?
Okay, so I do 1d6 damage.
Is that what it says?
It says must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 force damage.
Alright, yeah.
Bonk.
I mean, engines have horsepower. Why can't a spell have horse damage?
1! All that for
Wild
1
magic.
damage!
Alright, so You
Does it
s-
reach
so these,
from
you see like this handful of swords start to swing around you, and unfortunately, because she's so prone that basically just a tip of a sword kind of scratches her back. You're.
Do it.
All right, cool. Next up is Rosline with Randolph on deck.
I would like to blind the female.
Which one? There are many.
Which female would you like to blind?
What?
Nothing. It's a play on words. All right, and the spell's called blind.
Yeah, blindness / deafness.
Okay, so you blind her. All right, then make a Constitution saving throw. And what's your spell save DC?
14.
14. All right, so and then. All right, cool. So it is like as a blade starts to scratch his back, you do look up and you do see kind of like this almost like fog start to appear over its pupils, obviously within the eye, but you get the impression it is blind.
Good.
Any description or just it's blind?
Got your eyesight, bitch.
All right, next up it's Randolph with Adrian on deck after the female ogre.
So, what's my distance from this said female ogre?
You're about, I'm gonna say 25 feet from it.
So, is that within distance of my battle axe?
Oh yeah, you have a movement speed of 25 feet, so you can go up to it and smack it with a battle axe.
I'm going to run up to the female ogre. Can I just call her Fiona?
Sure, yeah, you can call this ogre. Oh my god, I just got that. Okay.
No, you may not.
I'm gonna run up.
All right,
I'm
so you
gonna
go
run
up to what you assume is now ogre Fiona.
Yep.
All right, make it. Oh
And
wait, time out before we do that. Dronex, the sleep spell. Does it say any kind of effect besides it's just prone?
Yeah, I think it's just well, heavily obscured. Yeah, heavily obscured, extinguishes flames. It's difficult terrain. I guess you can't move as fast in it. Spell disruption and makes them prone. Spell disruption doesn't apply to ogres, but
So they're not asleep.
they are not asleep. It is a sleet storm.
Oh, never mind. I thought sleep storm, like everyone in that storm falls asleep. Okay, never mind.
No.
So all right, so if you're gonna attack it with your cold axe. Right, Randolph.
yeah, oh yeah, yep.
Okay,
Sorry,
cool.
I'm
So
going to
you have
wait.
an
Can
advantage on your attack.
Yeah, I was going for a decapitation.
All right, yeah, just the decap
Doesn't
attack.
he have to roll for terrain, or is that like
Well, the way I impression it, Dronex put this like fog or just like basically just around them. That way Monk didn't get hurt. And when she fell prone, she fell like 5 feet forward out of it, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she moved more or less 5 feet forward.
Okay,
All right,
I rolled a 16.
All right, then did you roll 2 dice? Because you do have advantage on this attack.
Oh yeah, let me do that.
So
a 16 and a 9.
And 9. Okay, so your dice said 16.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then you add your attack bonus.
Oh, is there an attack bonus for the battle axe? I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, on your paper, I believe it says like it should say battle axe if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. So your battle axe. If it doesn't say anything, if I'm not mistaken, it is your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus. So I think like +6. So you have a 22.
Yes.
All right, cool. That hits. Roll for damage.
I believe you also add a +3 to the damage of the weapon because you are proficient in the usage of that kind of weapon.
Yeah, so whatever the damage for the axe is, you're going to roll those 2 dice and then add 3.
So I rolled 2 dice again.
What kind of what's the damage dice? What does it say?
12.
So, does it say like just a 1d12 or?
Oh, hold on. I don't know if I'm looking at. I need to find it again. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Let me look through my notes. I believe you roll a 2d8. Yeah, so I believe you roll a 2d8 plus 3.
Why the fuck isn't it letting me go to this thing? Yeah, you that's it. Two D8 plus 3.
Yep, 2d8 plus 3.
Okay. 3 plus 8 plus 3 is
14.
14.
All right, cool. Give me 1 second. You go and you bring your what's it called, your cold axe above your hand. You go swing down. You try to aim for her neck, but you're just slightly off, and you kind of slice into her shoulder, and her arm kind of like dangles a little bit. All right, next up is the female ogre. So you said they have to make a Constitution saving throw every time. Jordan, you're next.
I thought it was maybe
Or is it Dex?
Dex.
So every time.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a Dex save for when you're prone. It's only a Constitution save if they're trying to cast a spell.
Ah,
So Dex
okay.
in this case.
All right, cool. So what's this after that 20? Never mind. So she's able to resist the effects of the spell, and she stands up. Cool, and she sees you kind of like because you're the one that almost severed her right arm. Randolph, she goes to attack you with her club, not club, her trunk. What's your yeah? Oh wait, what's your AC?
AC
Top of your
is
paper, middle
19.
section.
Yep, 19.
19. Oh, that hits. All right, cool. So
What the fuck? Hello?
Hello.
all right, so
Hello?
she kind of takes her trunk, kind of whacks like the top of your head a bit, and you take 14 points of damage.
Wow.
Damn.
That's why I was trying to do Raven Feeblement. Just didn't work.
All right, that concludes her turn. Next up is Adrian with Monk on deck.
Yeah, I'm under an ogre.
Yeah, you're under an ogre. All right, make me a strength check.
All right.
Me and him, or just
Yeah, I'll say you both can make a strength check.
All right. 19.
19, and Monk.
go rolling? Bang. Plus 4. 6.
6. All right, cool. So, oh my god. Okay, so with the mainly the help of Adrian, you're able to kind of push the ogre off of you, and you kind of like slide its body towards your all's left. And as you both stand up, you are covered in like this kind of like slimy sweat from the ogre itself, and it feels that like your hands kind of stick together and your arms kind of stick to your sides a little bit more than you're comfortable with.
Ugh.
Monk
But you can
does not
now
enjoy
do
this.
your attacks. What is it?
Monk does not enjoy this.
Yeah, I hate ogres.
All right, so
I'm
Adrian.
sorry, I don't know any water spells.
Alrighty. Well, I am definitely close enough to run up to the female ogre and swang at it.
And
My
swing at it. All right, roll for an attack.
19.
19. All right, that hits. Roll for damage.
I'm going to add a 2 smites. That is all my first level spell slots. 2 smites.
All right, cool. Roll for all damage.
Doing math.
Doing math. Best part about D&D, doing math.
Doing math. You nerds. Okay, there my nose.
26.
26. All right. Okay, 1 second. Sorry, doing math. All right, go. You run up to her and you take your flail and you swing it across, and all of a sudden, like you target her right knee, and as your flail kind of sinks into her knee, you kind of see a large chunk just kind of swing right off of her body, and blood starts to cover the bottom calf of her right leg.
I did my math wrong. It's 29. I forgot to add the +3.
I still think it hits.
Yeah, that still does damage.
Damage is 29.
Now there's about 3 more points of blood kind of spewing out of her.
Just want to make sure you knew. I forgot to add in the +3, so it's.
I got you. You're as she almost kind of leans on her left, kind of relying on her left leg to stand up.
And now I get a second attack. I am going to do the same thing, and as I have knocked her down, like she, slowly coming down, I'm gonna swing my flail at her head, like
all right,
uppercut
cool.
style.
Roll for an attack.
Not natural 20. It's a 14 +6.
+6. All right, that hits. Roll for damage.
I'm going to add a level 2 spell slot for 1 divine smite, and I don't know what that adds. I think that adds 3d8. Because level 1 spell slots add 2d8, and the level 2 spell slots add 3d8.
I believe so. Let me look that up first. You said divine smite?
Yeah. All of this, I believe, is radiant damage when it's divine smite. So, if they're weak to it.
Give me 1 second. Divine smite. Where is that? There it is. Second level.
Isn't that shit like the
Yeah, for every spell after first, it adds 1. Wait, hold a second. Yeah, 1. It adds 1d8 to your 2d8. So yeah, 3d8.
Nice. So it's a total of 48 plus. Actually, you know what? We're gonna rest out of this. I'm just gonna add my second level spell slot. So that's 6 + 1. That's 7d8 + 3. I will begin doing the math.
Much math.
Many numbers.
$34.
Jeez.
All right, cool. And as she starts to kind of fall as her right leg gives out, you take your flail and you swing it upward, kind of like an uppercut, and eventually you hit the just where the bottom of her jaw meets the neck, and you swing up, and the force of her falling down and you going up, kind of and you see this her skin start to tear and the muscles start to separate from each other as her head starts to fly about 10, 15 feet into the air. And essentially, she just starts to collapse again. I'm going to say collapse between you and Adrian. Not Adrian, you and Randolph.
What is jump height? How do I figure out jump height?
Jump
I'm
height?
gonna spike this bitch.
You're gonna what? Oh, you're gonna spike it like in volleyball? Give me a second while I calculate jump.
Spike it into her back so it embeds itself.
Yes.
Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can find what jump is.
Alternatively, spike it into Dawn, who froze you.
You know what?
Do you really want to go down that road with me?
Do you?
I'm not the one spiking the head.
You are the one making the suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
In a meta way, Adrian didn't say this.
I'll hit everybody. I'm crazy. I don't care.
I'm crazy. All right, so jumping. The rule assumes that the height of your jump doesn't matter as a jump.
All I need
Make me an
to hear
acrobatics
is
check.
spike it.
Just make me an acrobatics check.
Oh, goody.
Yes, the monk doing.
I want this to be the only thing I roll in high. I'm okay with that.
With the rest of the entire game.
I'm that petty. Acrobatics?
An acrobatics check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right, so you go and you jump off and you go to smack it down. Are you gonna smack it towards Dawn?
Yes.
All right, Dawn, make me a dexterity saving throw.
What do I need to roll?
A
Are you
dexterity
trying to
saving
catch
throw.
the head or
No,
dodge it?
this D20.
Dawn's gonna come
Make
for
me a
your
dexterity
booty.
saving throw. I'll let you know if you succeed.
Monk is a fast runner.
Do I add anything?
Yeah, on your paper towards your saves
Is
near the
Dawn
top,
trying to
it
catch the
should
head
say
or
saving
dodge it?
throw. Your saving throw and then look for dexterity. You don't add anything.
Okay.
What's your d20?
I got a 15.
Got a 15. All right, you take. All right, Monk, roll 1d4 damage.
The one.
So you kind of like you're seeing all this action happen. You see Monk just jump into the air, and you see him like kind of like smack this ball in it, not this ball, this head, and you see it kind of pumping towards you. You're trying to get out of the way, but it kind of like smacks your shoulder, and you take 1 point of damage. There you go.
Just a love tap.
Just enough for a love tap.
I
Yeah.
used my lay on hands to heal everyone who got hurt. I have
Thank you.
25 points of lay on hands. That should cover pretty much all the damage,
All right, then yeah. So everyone
What's
that
up?
took.
So does my wild magic?
including Dawn.
Can
I assume-
wild
I
magic
cover
count?
Dawn as well.
I mean, I assume
Since
we,
it's a
Because it's
punishment?
14 for.
well, your wild magic.
It's
We use that
14
for
for
your
Randolph.
wounds. I assumed.
How much damage did you take,
Okay.
Isaiah? 8?
No, I took 18
Okay.
points of damage.
18, you say?
In which case, Randolph can lay on hands himself, and I will cover everyone else.
Okay.
So I cover Dawn and Monk's injuries and my own, because 18 plus 1 plus 5 is 24. So I have 1 point left of healing.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, so it works. All right, so you see like these two, an ogre with a snapped neck and a decapitated other ogre. Combat is ended.
Alright. I look at Monk. So, really? Really? I said I was sorry, okay?
Monk is still cold. He does not care.
Okay.
Would
Okay.
Monk like a fireball to warm up?
With squishy man like a fist to the face.
I jest.
I'm
Okay.
gonna head to
I
bed.
summon Persistent Servant.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
To do what?
I walk back to the camp to go to sleep.
I follow Adrian.
Me too.
This is when everybody's asleep.
Okay,
Apparently,
just a quick question. Is
Roseline
anyone gonna
engaging
check
in
the
spectator
bodies?
sport.
I'll check the bodies. But
Alright, so Dawn, I should
Oh.
check the body. Huh?
So yeah, we should probably go check the bodies and loot them, right? Yeah.
All right, so you go and you look at the bodies. The ogres don't really have anything on themselves besides what they were carrying, obviously. But the male ogre, you check the bodies of the two like ripped apart people. They didn't have anything on them. However, the dragonborn that was in his hands, you do find in like one of his like his what's called his shirt pockets kind of thing. You do see a small scroll as you open it up.
Mhm.
You read it, and all it says is, give me a second. Let me look it up. There it is. You do see written on it. It does say stream, fountain, and geyser. It's not a very long piece of scroll. It's just something, a little side note that he wrote to himself.
Oh, you got me excited thinking it was a spell.
No, but I need everyone to make me a perception check with disadvantage.
All right.
Disadvantage?
All right.
Disadvantage.
I got a 3.
I got a 5.
What was it?
Perception check with disadvantage.
Got a 6.
Man, we really
Disadvantage.
disadvantaged, huh?
Man, you guys are really
16.
focused on these ogres. Did you get one?
I made my high roll for the day. I'm all right.
I got a 1.
All right, anybody else?
How do
Rosalind?
we do
16.
disadvantage?
Roll twice, take the lower number.
I don't think I need
I
to
got
roll again.
me
16.
4.
All right, Dronex, you got 16.
Yeah.
All right, then as everyone else is kind of focused on the spoils of war, you kind of look off into like deeper into the forest, and in the like towards like the top of the trees on the branches, you do see a wolf kind of looking at you guys, and then she slowly starts to back away and starts almost like using the branches to kind of like get away from you all.
She's currently running away.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I don't know if it matters, but there was a wolf watching us do this whole time, apparently.
Yeah, she's been following us.
Since when?
Since day 2. Does no one listen to me when I talk?
Well, technically, you only told Adrian and Rosaline.
Did you say no?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was asleep.
Okay.
Everyone's asleep besides.
I was like, Isaiah, you're already on my shit list right now.
All right, then. So you guys go back to your camp and go to sleep.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Do we want to do anything about that wolf? If it's been following us and now there's suddenly ogres. Problem?
Well, the wolf hasn't personally come after us. I think they're just curious.
Have you spoken to it?
I've called out to it, but it just ran.
And okay.
If the wolf wanted to hurt us, it probably would have done it by now.
Yeah.
Has it just been the one?
It's just the one, as far as I know.
Okay.
Well, I'm heading to bed. Someone else can take watch.
I will.
All right, then. So everyone goes to sleep. Now remember, as you all go to sleep, sleeping out in not a bed doesn't heal your HP, but you do get your spell slots back.
I healed them. You're welcome.
Except
Oh,
for
and I
you,
use
John.
lay on hands for myself.
Except for you. You don't get your spell slots back.
That's fine.
Can
I
I
only
use
like one.
Can I use minor illusion to make the image of a bed?
Yeah, you use minor illusion, you make the image of the bed, you go to sleep on it, and you just collapse straight into the grass.
Dang it.
Man, no!
Sorry, I had an idea.
Alright, so you all go to sleep for the night. Make me a perception or a survival check, Dawn.
Okay, so 16.
16. 4 hours pass and nothing in the night occurs to you. Holy shit. Okay, so
Yeah, she's everywhere.
as the light starts to break through the leaves of the trees, you all slowly start to wake up. You made it through the next day. Where's my pencil? Ouch, Callie. Oh wait, you have my pencil.
Do I? Oh, I totally have
Can
your
you have
pencil.
that?
I'm
All right,
sorry.
then cool. So, made it through your third day. All right, so you travel deeper into the forest. I need who's taking the lead?
I will.
All right, Adrian,
Yes,
make
well,
me
if-
a survival or a perception check.
Okay. 17.
17. All right, so you travel for about 12 hours through the forest, and you don't see anything besides just little bits of wildlife kind of escaping your what's called peripheral vision. And night falls upon you guys. Who takes the first watch?
I will.
All right, Randolph, you take the first watch. Anyone going to join him, or is it just him?
I suppose I can take first watch as well, since I only need 4 hours to sleep.
Okay, then. So, Dronix and Randolph.
Wait, I have a question.
I have an answer.
I do have my answer.
Yeah.
So does that mean I only need 4
You
hours?
only need 4 hours. But you didn't go to sleep.
I know.
Okay, so yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right. So Randolph and Dronex, I need you both to make me a perception or a survival check.
Oh, perception, since I'm proficient. Only slightly helps. 17?
17. Okay. And Randolph?
17.
13.
13. All right. Cool. So
Well,
as
actually,
you
no, 14. 14 plus the 1, sorry.
14. All right, that's fine. So as you guys are, as the light from your campfire kind of illuminates you guys and slowly start to reach midnight, Dronex, out of the peripheral of your vision, you do see a wolf. Looks to be about the same wolf, but instead of being up in the trees, it's on the ground and it's kind of peering at you. And it's probably about 60-ish feet from you guys. He's kind of peering at you. She's kind of peering at you from behind one of the trees.
I point to it and use message. Can I help you?
It doesn't respond. And then as you do that, it kind of like slowly backs away and starts to travel deeper away from you guys into the forest.
Hey, Randolph, that wolf's back.
Time to go wolf hunting then. Let's kill it.
It does not seem hostile, although it didn't respond to my message. I don't know if that's it didn't care to respond. It can't comprehend. I probably should have used something else to be able to communicate with it.
It seems like we're being followed, and I don't like being followed.
Well, is it? Have we been seeing it in the direction we've been coming from or going to?
It's kind of coming from different directions. It's not so much like a single direction.
Okay. And yes, we may be being followed, but it's not taking any hostile action. It seems to very much prefer to keep its distance. I'm curious if it may be just watching over us for some reason. Maybe it's a familiar employed by some other magic user, or
Maybe she's with Zahuna. Or maybe the wolf's with Zahuna.
possibly.
Who knows?
I don't remember this shell that Zahuna gave me. I didn't know if she said for any communication or emergencies only.
I think you ought to give her a call. Ask her what in God's name is a wolf doing following us.
I'll give her a call in the morning. I'd hate to disturb her at this hour.
I respect your decision. But we should I think we should go try to at least we'll just tell everyone about it again tomorrow morning.
Yeah, yes, I agree.
Okay, so as the moon is about midnight time, who do you two decide to wake up to continue the next watch?
Don and Rosaline.
Yes.
All right.
No hesitation.
All right, Dawn and Rosaline.
Yes.
You both are woken up by Adrian and Randolph. And as they go to sleep, I need both of you to make me a perception or a survival check.
I need to come downstairs.
Okay, go downstairs.
Hold on, let me roll.
Okay, then.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
What am I rolling for?
Either survival
Come
or a
downstairs.
perception check. What'd you roll? 15. 13. Plus
I got a
is that plus your
13.
perception?
Yeah, I rolled an 11.
All right, so you guys both got 13?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Nothing appears during the night as your shift slowly comes to an end as the sun begins to rise. You pack up your stuff from camping and you travel. Who's taking the lead? And who's last?
I'll take the lead, I guess.
All right, Randolph takes the lead. And Dronex takes last?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll hang in the back with Jonex.
Okay. All right, cool. So Randolph, I need you to make me a perception check. Dronex and Dawn, I need you both to make me a survival check.
Okay.
Oh shoot. Perception.
Ooh. What
Oh,
kind of check am I
wait.
making?
Survival.
So 21.
21? Okay.
Okay with this.
I'm just thinking with my
I can hear you. Like, it's
What?
picking it up.
What's up?
Nothing. All right, so what'd you roll, Randolph?
13.
13. Dronex, what'd you roll?
19 somehow.
We'll take it. All right, so Randolph, as you travel through the forest, you don't see anything that kind of sticks out to you. Dronex and Dawn, you kind of search around behind you, keeping sure everyone stays in your sight. And as you look behind you, you do see kind of, Dronex, you see something kind of like moving, but you can't pick it up because there's so much trees in the way, and trees, shrubbery, whatever. But Dawn, however, you do see like the tail of a wolf kind of sliding in between the trees.
Okay. I'm gonna stop.
All right. Dawn stops.
And I'm gonna say, I know you're there. Why don't you just come out?
Make me an animal handling check. Do you guys stop as she says this?
Yes.
Yes.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3. As you say that, the tail kind of dips behind the tree, and you don't see any more movement. And you continue on your path. All right, and as the sun begins to set, an orange light kind of falls upon the trees. Who's going to take the first watch?
I'll take first watch, but I'm going to, before, like, as everyone's laying down, I'm going to cast Find Familiar and summon a wolf.
All right, then. So you summon a. Wait a minute. Is that like a wolf from the forest, or is it just like a wolf from your own creation?
Wolf from my own creation.
All right, then. So.
But I summon it in the likeness of the wolf that's been following us.
All right, then. So you summon this wolf. Anyone stay awake with Dronex, or is it just Dronex?
I'll take the. I'll
Stay
sit
awake.
this one out.
All right, so we have Dronex, Rosaline, and Randolph.
I'm asleep.
All right, cool. So, give me one second. I need to find the. You said find familiar.
Wouldn't this mean that Randolph has been up for all night?
Oh yeah. Wait,
So
no,
then I'll
not
sit
Randolph. Because Dawn took the watch last night, right?
Don and Rosaline.
Yeah.
They went
Don
out
and
for us.
Rosalind. Yeah.
Okay then. So, what was that's a cool picture I hadn't seen before. Sorry.
Sonic,
Yeah.
Sonic, I need help. I need help opening a glue bottle.
Okay. Gracie,
Okay.
would you mind helping her open a glue bottle while I look for?
Yeah, I'm gonna put my die right there so Telly doesn't take it. Why are you playing with glue?
All right, then. So now keep in mind, Drone X, your find familiar spell only lasts for 1 hour.
Only last for 1 hour?
Yes. Duration, it says 1 hour.
Oh, dude, I thought it lasted for 8.
I mean, unless
Maybe I
I've read
read
it
that
wrong. Give me 1 second.
Hold on.
Find familiar casting time 1 hour.
Yeah, it casts for an hour and
Oh
then
yeah, you're right. Cast for an hour. I don't see a time limit on this thing, so.
Oh, actually, yeah, I don't. You're right. I don't see.
All right,
Did I
cool.
read? Oh, it was in a video. I think they said 8 hours or something. Maybe it was a different version.
Okay, well, I'm not worried about it. All right, so this wolf kind of makes a walking path, kind of encircling you guys, more or less keeping watch. I need all of you to make a perception or a survival check.
And since my wolf acts independently from me, does it have a separate perception roll?
Yes, it does.
Okay, I don't know how I roll for that.
Give me 1
14.
second. I think, actually, I was thinking, I do have a. Okay, so.
I don't think it matters though, because I got a decent roll.
Ooh.
Alright, well, that's fine, because I actually have a wolf stat right here.
Ooh.
We'll roll with that for now.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So, I think for the wolf, you're gonna roll roll d20 and add 1.
Okay. Well, the wolf got a 10. I got
Okay.
much better.
Alright, what everyone get?
15.
15, 16, 19.
14.
Well, is Adrian awake as well?
Oh, am I? I must have misheard. I'm not awake.
Oh, okay, then. Alright, well, that's fine, because,
He's sleeping.
sleeping. Alright, then, so out of the peripheral vision of the trees, you do see, you see a wolf again. However, as the wolf kind of, looks to your group, it sees a wolf in its own likeness. It starts to, like a low growl.
I telepathically tell my wolf to give a friendly howl.
Alright, and so the wolf,
Friendly, like,
and you actually see the wolf as the howl starts to occur. You see the wolf take a couple steps back, and you can hear the growl start to become a little more intense.
Oh,
why is he standoffish? It should be wolves travel as a pack. What's going on?
It's in its own likeness. I like to
Okay,
imagine
wolf
I
and
freaked
wolf
out if I saw something in my own likeness.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Does this
temporarily
wolf have
dismiss it to
access
my
to
pocket
mirrors?
dimension.
Okay, and then so as the wolf kind of slowly starts to fade from existence, the growling of the wolf kind of, she doesn't growl anymore, but she's definitely not stepping any closer. In fact, in fact, she starts to slowly back away into the forest again.
I was hoping to try to use it to communicate. I didn't know she was going to be antisocial.
you made a wolf in the image of said wolf.
Well, how would the wolf knows exactly what it looks like?
Maybe it's a
It doesn't
druid.
have a
I don't
mirror. Doing one to try and look like one of the pack and be like, hey, we've got this wolf on our side. We're friendly. We're okay. We're chill.
See, I was going with the impression kind of like when animals see their reflection for the first time, they're not always pleasant towards it.
Yeah.
Just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. All right, cool. So at the end of your 4-hour watch, who do you wake up to take up the next watch, next 4 hours?
Well, I guess I go and wake up Rosline, since she's the only other elf that only needs 4 hours to get all spell slots and everything back.
Wait, wasn't Rosaline awake?
Yes.
What?
So
Oh,
you go and you
who's
go to wake up
asleep in?
Rosalind with wide eyes. She looks at you.
I've been
Woman.
I've been here, dude.
So who do you wake up?
Would you like to keep watch, or who do you want to wake up?
I think maybe you need to go to bed.
I'm sorry, I got spooked out by a wolf that didn't like my wolf. I thought wolves got along together. I guess I was wrong.
Yes, apparently so. Who's had the most sleep so far?
Not me.
Technically, Dawn, Adrian, and Monk are asleep.
I am not sending Monk by himself.
Yeah. You want to get Dawn?
Yeah, we'll get Dawn.
Woo! Okay, so
Yeah,
Dawn.
Dawn's
Anybody else
awake.
besides Dawn?
You're on your own.
I'll be cool
wake
by
up
myself.
Monk. We'll wake up Monk.
All right, so
You sure that's a
Monk's
good
not
idea?
No.
Okay, so
Maybe we'll
Monk
leave
and
sleeping wolves
Dawn
by.
wake up for the night. I need you both to make perceptions or survival checks.
Ah! Socks. Get off.
Okay, cool. 18.
Perception or survival.
Woo. Ay, hindi.
God damn it. That was my only good roll for the day. I got a 12.
12. Okay. As you start to take up your shift, everyone starts to fall asleep. About an hour-ish into it, Dawn, you do see the wolf. She kind of like peers in and out of the trees, but you do notice as she's doing this, she's kind of like going in a circle around your all's group, about 90 feet away from you all, until eventually she kind of dips back into the forest.
Okay.
And the light starts to peer through the trees, and everyone wakes up. Who takes the first watch?
You
Well,
mean
not first
takes
watch. Who
lead?
takes the
What?
lead? My
The
bad.
lead?
Who
I
takes
guess
lead?
I'll take lead this time.
I will be right back.
All right, so
Monk vanishes into the forest.
you all travel with Dronix in the lead, leaving Monk behind wherever he was standing. No, but you make your way there. Dronix, I need you to make me a perception or a survival check.
Always perception. Well, this is not as good as normal. 14.
14. You notice nothing as you walk through the forest. All right, who takes the first watch? As you start to make camp for the night, who takes the first watch?
Me.
Anybody else?
I guess I will.
I guess I will again. Oh,
All right,
okay,
so it's
Dawn.
Dronex, Dawn, and
Or-
Randolph, or Dronex, are you going to sleep?
Yeah, fine. I'll stay up for first watch and
All right, so Dawn, Randolph, and Dronex, you stay up for the night. You guys do anything?
I'm gonna go a little bit a ways from camp.
Okay,
And
about how far away from camp?
not very far, maybe about 20 feet.
About 20 feet.
Yeah, just enough to like distance myself from everybody, but still know what's going on.
Okay, then.
And then I'm gonna sit down, and then I'm going to concentrate to see if I can sense the wolf anywhere.
All right, cool. Dronex, do you do anything? And Randolph, do you do anything?
I'm gonna stay put and be very attentive to see of my surroundings.
Okay, and Dronex?
since the wolf, the familiar I had before, is still in my pocket dimension, I'm just gonna permanently dismiss it and then do another find familiar, but this time I'm gonna have it be a raven.
All right, what do you have the raven do?
Fly up in the trees and watch over us.
All right, cool. I need everyone to make me either a perception or a survival check. And roll me another
Give me a
d20.
second. I'm going to the bathroom.
Okay, roll me another d20 Dronex and add a +2 to it.
Okay, the raven got a 12. I got a 14.
I got a 19.
I got an 11.
19. All right, cool. What'd you get, Dronex? You and the Raven? Sorry.
The Raven had a 12. I had a 14.
All right, and so it's just so Don. As you sit behind the group and you kind of look into the forest, you do see the wolf. While it is 60 feet away from everybody else, because you are 20 feet away from the group, it seems to be closest to you, still about 40 feet from you guys. It kind of peers out into the, but from behind the, behind the trees. And because you are farther away, you do see it slowly start to make its way towards you. And there's something in its mouth.
I do have dry jerky, so I'm gonna take a piece of it, and I'm gonna just kind of, with my arms, just kind of put it towards the wolf,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm just gonna kind of watch it from my side, and then I'm just gonna be like, "It's yours if you want it."
Okay, make me an animal handling check with advantage because jerky.
Okay, like when it's like, okay, make whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'm real high, and then it comes this damn wolf, and I'm rolling like 3s, and
You do have advantage.
okay, cool. So I get to roll twice.
You get to roll twice. Take the
Okay.
highest number.
Okay, so that one was a 12. So that's not horrible.
Not too shabby.
I got a 19, a natural 19.
Natural 19. Okay.
Yay.
And what's your animal handling?
Plus 2, so 21.
All right, cool. So you actually see the wolf kind of like leave from behind the trees and start making its way towards you. And 1 second, why can't I? Yeah. Okay. And you do see it's something in its mouth. It's kind of like it's probably about a foot long, kind of, and it looks like there's some kind of like decanter in its mouth. It starts to
what?
a decanter,
What is that?
kind of like a large flask.
Okay, cool.
That was the word I was looking for earlier.
Oh,
I
okay.
couldn't find because you guys have 2 of them now. Just so I couldn't think of the word decanter.
Oh.
So it starts making its way towards you, and as it's next to you, it's probably about 5 feet from you. It lays the decanter on the ground, and it starts using its paw to kind of scratch the top of it. That has it's got a cork in it. It starts scratching at the cork, but it can't seem to get it open.
Okay, so I'm gonna slowly, go towards it, and I'm gonna open it for it.
Okay, so you grab the decanter and the cork, and you pop it open. Sorry, pop it out, and you realize there's no liquid in it.
Are you thirsty?
And it kind of just like it doesn't do anything. Kind of like looks at you. Its ears kind of really kind of like almost pointed towards you.
I do have a create or destroy water.
All right then.
So I'm gonna fill the canteen up with the decanter with water.
All right then. What's the spell? Like, is it a level 1 spell, level 2?
It's a cantrip.
Cantrip. All right, cool. So you cast the water spell. Nothing happens. It doesn't fill with water.
I'm going to use create. I'm gonna cut my hands and use create water and fill my hands up with the water, and I'm gonna hold it up to the wolf.
Okay then. So you create the water inside the palms of your hands, it's all cupped in. It only takes about 2-3 of its tongue licks to get the water into itself, but it keeps pawing at the canter.
I'm gonna take a closer look. Like I'm gonna kind of look on the inside, or maybe shake it.
Okay, you look on the inside, you try to shake it. There's no water inside of it.
Okay. So I'm gonna.
And also, Randolph, I believe, Randolph and Dronex, you guys see this happen. You guys are seeing this happen.
Okay.
I point
have
to.
add, sorry.
I was just gonna point to Don and send a quick message so that way we don't disturb them or surprise the wolf or anything. Basically, say, do you think maybe that the decanter there has any magical properties?
Yes, because I tried to fill it with water and nothing happened. Like, I have create or destroy water, and when I tried to create water inside of it, nothing. There's no water. Okay, so I'm gonna ask the wolf, what do you want me to do?
All right. What do you like? Make me an animal handling check again.
Okay. Politely.
Politely.
Because I like animals. Politely. 12.
It kind of looks at you, kind of tilts its head a bit as you ask it what it wants, and it kind of like uses its nose to kind of like roll the decanter towards you.
Is there any symbols on it or anything like that?
No, but it like the decanter is made of metal, but it is wrapped in like some kind of like leather, just for to hold on to it.
Okay.
I send a quick message to Don, be like, "Hey, do you want me to try to come over there and maybe do like identify on it to learn some properties on it, or does that scare off the wolf?"
Let me ask the wolf.
I
I don't know.
Okay,
Okay, so
you do your thing.
So I'm gonna nod over to them so the wolf sees them, and then I'm gonna say, "Is it okay if my friend comes over?"
she kind of like tilts her head at you a bit and looks at the group and looks back at you.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna use persistent servant. And I'm gonna hand the canteen to the servant, so the servant will walk the canteen to Dronex, so that way it doesn't spook the wolf.
All right, so you cast the persistent as he goes to pick up the what's called the decanter. It kind of like starts showing its teeth a bit.
Okay, and then I dismiss it.
All right, cool. And as you dismiss it, it dissipates, and the canteen the canter kind of falls onto the ground.
Where did you get this?
Tilts its head.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness.
Hey,
See,
Don.
this is why I always pick Druid.
Hey, Don.
Yeah.
Do you think comprehend languages would work with a wolf?
I do have comprehend languages.
Give me 1 second. Let me see if that works on animals.
Okay.
But while I'm looking it up, do you guys do anything else?
I keep trying to fill it with water.
It doesn't fill with water.
Okay. Okay. So I
Well,
figuring that out. I guess
hey.
I make a little pond or whatever for the dog.
Okay, I'm gonna say it doesn't work on animals because it doesn't speak like a language. It has its own kind of grunts and stuff.
Damn.
Okay, I don't know if this works or not. So, gameplay question.
All right.
Connor, I have a cantrip called Mage Hand. It allows me to summon a hand within 30 feet of me, and I can completely control it and everything.
Yes.
Am I able to use that Mage Hand to act like instead of me going and physically touching it with my hand, can I touch it with the Mage Hand and I can use a spell through the Mage Hand?
A spell through the Mage Hand?
Yes, because there's a spell that I want to use that requires me to touch something. Can I use the Mage Hand?
I don't think you can do that. I think you'd have to actually touch it as opposed to Mage Hand, but let me check.
Okay. Oh, no, wait. I can use my familiar.
I have a spell called Mending. And it's supposed to fix broken objects.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Actually, ignore the Mage Hand. I can just call down my Raven to touch the decanter, and the Raven touching that allows me to act through the familiar for it. That's part of the Find Familiar.
Okay, then. So the Raven comes down and it lands on top of the decanter, but you do see you don't notice that the wolf kind of like starts like showing its teeth a bit, kind of like almost like a light snarl.
Okay.
From the Raven landing on top of the decanter.
Okay.
All right, and then you said you're going to use Identify?
Yeah, I'm going to use Identify through the Raven.
Through the Raven. All right, so you identify that obviously this decanter itself, like the entire decanter is a magical property to it. Give me a second. Identify.
I learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires an attunement to use, how many charges it has, if any, what spells are affecting it and what they are, if the item was created by a spell, and what spell created it.
All right, then. There are no spells that are kind of harming it in any way. You do know that it is a kind of like a magical kind of decanter, it does require certain words to be spoken in order for it to activate.
Okay, I tell the raven to fly off the decanter and de-escalate, and I send a message to Don and basically say, all right, that raven was my familiar. It found out that it does have magical properties to it. It seems like it requires some keywords to be spoken for it to activate. I don't know what effect happens when it does activate, though.
Okay, so let me clarify. The raven is not holding the decanter; it just flies away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It stopped showing its teeth.
Okay. Is there anything on the wolf, like a collar or like a satchel? It's just a wolf.
Just a normal wolf.
Okay, so I'm gonna take an even closer look at the decanter and hopefully, like, run my hands along it. Maybe I can like feel something.
Okay. You feel decanter. It feels like a normal decanter.
Like even when I look at it.
Even when you look at it in a specific way, it's just a normal decanter.
Okay. Well, some bitch.
There's nothing in the decanter right now, is there?
It's not. There's nothing in the decanter.
I'm gonna look at the cork.
All right, you look at the cork. It's a normal looking cork.
It's a normal looking cork. Okay.
Is Monk awake?
Technically, no. You guys are asleep.
Okay.
Unless someone wants to wake them up.
I don't know how many people we would like
I
to
don't.
wake
I
up
don't know.
and scare off the wolf.
I don't know what to do. I'm gonna pop. Well, Wolf obviously wanted me to pop the thing off.
You already popped it off, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Donda, what actions does that wolf take? Exactly how did you even get it to approach you?
I have jerky.
Jerky? And you didn't share?
You didn't ask.
Wow.
Monk is asleep but still offended.
Okay. So, I'm gonna try to get it to understand me, I guess. I'll try to I don't know what to do. So I'm gonna ask, can you take me to where you found this?
Make me an handling check.
Yay! Oh, thank you, sweet merciful God. 17.
17. It looks the path you guys were traveling on, like from where you guys came from. It looks that direction. It looks back at you.
Will you take me?
It kind of like you get the impression it's not moving anywhere.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so I cork it.
Okay.
And I guess I go to hand it back to the wolf.
Okay, then so you hand it back to the wolf. You hear a
oh my
kind of
god,
whine,
no!
and it picks up the decanter and starts walking away.
And I'm like, wait! You want to come with
me? It doesn't like it turns around to look at you, but doesn't move.
I'll pull more turkey.
It brings the decanter to you. It kind of like opens its mouth a bit for you to put the jerky in its mouth.
Slide it in there, and I give it some pets.
Okay, and then you.
Yeah, like, you want to come with me?
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It starts to turn away from you and starts walking into the forest.
I'm gonna sit back down. I'm gonna cry.
Okay then. All right, so the wolf walks away. 4 hours are up. Who do you guys wake up to continue the next 4 hours?
I'm still sitting there.
I guess Adrian.
Adrian, anybody else?
And the rest of us, I think, we're almost already awake. Other
okay,
than who was sleeping, Monk and Rosaline were sleeping.
Yeah, Monk, Adrian, Monk, and Rosaline are sleeping.
Right. We'll wake up Adrian and Rosaline, and we'll let sleeping orcs lie.
Okay, so Adrian and Rosaline, you both wake up. I need both of you to make a perception or a survival check.
19.
19. And Rosaline? Your mic's not on.
Damn it.
I'm so glad I could hear you from upstairs.
Did you hear me say damn it?
Yeah, I heard. I heard I don't want to, or something like that.
Yes, I don't want to.
You don't want to make a
We're making
perception or a survival check?
Perception, I got us. 10.
10. Okay, so Adrian, you still see the wolf kind of peering in and out of the trees. You see a decanter in its mouth, but you don't see any jerky.
Interesting.
A betrayal of the highest order.
I continue.
And
my
Don,
walk
did you say you
because
stay
it's not
awake?
causing issues.
You stay awake and cry? Alright then, so... And also Don is awake. Roll me a perception or survival check. Actually, neither. I'm going to say you just kept an eye on the wolf. It hasn't left the area, but it's still kind of walking around and peering between the,
Thank you.
Do you guys do anything?
I
Uh,
start walking
Dom,
in the direction
good?
the wolf nodded to,
Alright.
in hopes it'll follow me.
Alright, then so roll me an animal handling check. Do you guys follow Dawn?
Yes.
I'll stay and watch the camp. You go make sure she's fine.
Alright, so Rosaline, do you go to Dawn?
Mm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you start walking towards Dawn,
I
but
got a
you
16.
16, alright, so you both head about 60 feet away from the camp, and you do see the wolf with the decanter. It's kind of like it lays the decanter down again, and it kind of almost claws at the cork again.
Okay. I open it and I hand it a piece of jerky.
Alright, you open the decanter and you hand a piece of jerky. Okay. Rosaline, do you do anything?
I want to pet.
Alright, roll me a... Nah, never mind, it's a piece of jerky. So you go and you pet the wolf, and it kind of like wags its tail a little bit.
Oh, it's such a good wolfie.
I know, right?
Oh, do you have anyone? Can I have you?
As you say that, it kind of like moves its head away from you a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Can I have you?
It kind of keeps its distance a little bit.
Oh,
Okay. You
Doesn't
already
move.
belong to somebody, don't you?
dang it. I'm
Yep.
asleep, aren't I?
Yes, you're asleep.
All right.
I just had a thought. I have to wait till morning.
Okay, then.
Okay. So I'm gonna start walking and hopefully look for signs from the wolf to see which.
Do you walk away, like walk behind the wolf, or do you walk? Where do you walk?
I am following the wolf.
Well, it's not moving. It's still in front of you guys.
Okay. Okay. So then I have the I'm gonna just call it a canteen, and I'm just gonna walk forward, and I'm gonna see if the wolves will walk in front of me and show me where to go.
Okay, so as you start to walk away from the wolf a bit, with the decanter in your hand, it starts to growl, like, start showing its teeth.
So I walk back to the wolf and I sit down, and I'm just like, just tell me what you want me to do.
You kind of pause at the decanter.
I know. I can't fill it. I'm gonna try to use mending. Maybe there's something wrong with it. I don't know.
Alright, you use mending.
Yeah.
Alright, so you use mending on it. Nothing changes
Oh
about
my goodness, Tally, that's my mouth.
it. So you guys do anything, or you just go back to camp and wait till the morning?
What am I supposed to do?
God, I wish I could help you, but I can't.
If I am, because I don't actually sleep, I meditate deeply and I'm semi-conscious. Can I wake myself up?
Roll me a d20. Don't add anything, just roll me a d20.
Okay. No advantage, nothing?
No advantage, just roll me a d20.
Okay, well, I don't know if it's enough. 16?
16. I'm gonna say you wake up. Well,
Okay,
you
good.
unmeditate.
Alright.
Now keep in mind, this is disrupting your 4 hours, so...
That's fine. I don't care. I had an epiphany while I was meditating. I look around. Can I see the wolf in them?
I'm gonna say you see the wolf 60 feet into the forest.
60 feet. Crap, how far can I do message? No, that was 120 feet. That's fine. All right. Do I see, I guess, Dawn sitting next to the wolf?
Yeah.
Hey, Dawn, you there?
Yeah.
I had an epiphany. I don't want to come any closer because I don't want to start with the wolf. I want you to be the one to do it. But do you remember something odd that happened earlier? Remember when we killed the ogres? And there was Dragonborn's body. Didn't he have a piece of paper on him that said a couple words? It was like, I only remember like stream and geyser. I don't remember what the third one was.
Like stream, geyser, and waterfall?
Is that what you say out loud?
Yeah.
Alright, and so as you say the word stream, you do see from the decanter, you do see water start to slush out of it a bit, and it looks to be about 1 gallon of water. As the water is slushing out, the wolf starts to drink the water coming out of it until eventually the water stops, and it paws at it. It paws at it one more time.
Okay. Stream.
Okay, and the water comes out again. And as it comes out, it doesn't actually take a drink. It kind of goes back into the forest. You lose it for a quick bit. Then as it starts to come, you start to see it start to approach you again. You do see 2 pups on its back. And then she's kind of holding a pup from, like, in her mouth as she starts walking towards you guys. Obviously, the 1 gallon has stopped. But she drops all of them and kind of shakes the other pups off. And they're kind of, like, rolling to get back on their feet. And she paws at the decanter again.
Okay, so then I say stream again.
Alright, cool. You say stream and the water starts to flow out of it, and you do see the 3 pups kind of like start licking begin to drink the water until it stops.
I say stream again. Until they're full of water.
Okay, the water starts to pour out of it again, and about halfway through the water pouring out, they stop and like kind of like shake their heads a bit, like get the water off their cheeks.
I give them all jerky.
Alright, you give them all jerky. They start gnawing on it and start kind of like, even though one of them's eating one, they might nibble on the others, and you know.
Look at all these beautiful babies. I'm so happy to be alive. Okay.
I messaged Dawn. I'm assuming that went well.
Yeah,
I think I see more than one wolf now.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I guess just let me know if you need anything. I'm gonna keep my distance. I don't want to spook them.
Okay, then so as they finish up their meal more or less, you do see the wolf kind of like take the decanter, not the decanter, put its paw on the decanter and it grabs the cork in its mouth and kind of like shovels the cork into the top of it.
Okay.
And and then after it does that, it takes the pups and kind of like grabs them by like the back of their neck and kind of like flick her head around so they land on her back, and she picks up the decanter and starts to walk away.
Okay. Oh, God, nature's beautiful.
Okay, so as Dawn starts to wipe the tears from her face and Gracie starts to wipe the tears from her face,
nature's
you guys head back to camp.
Okay?
You guys head back to camp now because Drone X, you interrupted your meditation, and Dawn, you did not get any sleep whatsoever. You both suffer 1 point of exhaustion. Well, 1 level of exhaustion.
I give Drone X some jerky.
And that, just so you know,
finally.
that means you guys have disadvantage on ability checks.
All ability
no.
checks.
Okay.
All ability checks.
You guys feel like sleeping in tomorrow morning?
Sure.
I only need 4 hours.
Okay, write it down.
So what happened out there?
Alright, what is it?
Adrian was just curious what happened because he was just watching the camp, make sure we weren't under attack.
Nature's beautiful, Adrian. It's beautiful.
Dawn found a new
Signs of
friend.
winter popping through, Gracie. Be careful.
I know. Nature's beautiful.
All right, so you guys finish your light starts to shine through the trees, and you guys get up. You know you've got about one more day's worth of travel. Who takes the lead?
Not me.
Not me.
Not me.
I'll do it.
All right, roll me
All of us said.
make
Nope.
me a perception or a survival check.
Wait, where's Monk?
All right.
Is he still here?
Now, Monk, you still here?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Just making sure.
16. Monk is the strong silent type, not because he doesn't want to say things, but
You
because
can't.
he doesn't know how.
He's too busy drinking.
All right,
He
cool.
thinks of
16.
he'll think of the conversation reply 10 minutes from now.
Okay, then so you travel through the day. You don't notice anything in your peripheral visions, and you set up camp for
Nice.
the final night. Who takes the first watch?
I will take the
going to
first
bed.
watch.
And
Monk will also
I
help.
need rest.
All right, so who takes the first watch?
Adrian and Monk.
Adrian and Monk. Both of you make me a perception or a survival check.
All right. 8.
Let's hope I get better. 14.
14. All right, your 4 hours pass without incident. As the midnight starts to approach, Dawn and Dronex, you lose your exhaustion level. You're back to normal. Who takes the next watch?
I will.
Okay, Dawn, you
I'll
take the first
join.
watch. Who else does it?
I guess I'll join her.
Okay,
Now
then
that
so
I'm okay.
Dronex and Dawn.
You
And
have regained
Randolph,
your
did you say you're going
exhaustion.
to do it as well?
Well, if Dronex is also gonna do it, we don't need more than 2 people.
All right, then so Dronex and Dawn. I need you both to make perceptions or survival checks.
Okay. There's no disadvantage.
No disadvantage now.
Man, I wish I could use my map.
And what was the term Adrian used earlier? Dirty 20?
A dirty 20? Yeah.
Yeah. Not on that.
You
20.
guys, you make your way through the night, and you do see the wolf start to walk towards you guys with the pups on her back and the canteen in her mouth. She lays the canteen in front of you guys and starts to paw at it.
Okay. I open it and I say stream.
All right, Stream comes out. She takes her drinks. Water stops. I'm assuming you say Stream again.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I don't want it to be like by
I
accident.
get you. And the pups take their drink of water, and she puts the cork back on. The pups on her back. She starts to walk away. Are you happy?
I'm very satisfied.
All right. The morning comes, and as you guys start to wake up, you realize that you're probably a good 6 hours away from Kabisera. Who takes the lead?
Me.
I got it.
Oh, okay. Someone else can do it.
All right, so Adrian.
Yep.
All right, so Adrian, I need you to make me either a survival or perception check for the final time.
All right. 10.
10. You notice nothing. And as you start to, about 3 hours in of your 6-hour journey to there, you do see you leave the forest, and you guys are kind of like on like a hillside, and you do see this massive sprawling city in front of you. And even though it's a 3-hour journey, it looks massive. On either left, right, or even center, the city kind of like goes beyond the horizon.
Behold, everyone, freedom at last.
All right, and you
Don't
travel
jinx it
through
already.
your first 3 hours. Well, not first, your last 3 hours. You start to make your way, and you start to see some farmland. You pass a bit. You start to see, and as you get closer and closer to the city, you get more and more buildings start to pop up around you. So eventually you are in a section of the city that's kind of like on the outer walls of the actual city itself. You get the impression these people are just living near Kabisera to essentially get all the things they need. The houses and the buildings here don't look to be as pristine as those that you believe are on the other side of the wall. They're made of like wood of different colors and shades, implying that they just used the wood that they could find to make the buildings around you. It is going to be about a 1 day's journey from where you are to the wall of the Kabisera. And as you make your way there, you get 12 about you walk through this section of the city for about 12 hours. As you are 12 hours in, it starts to like the sun is starting to set. You do notice some buildings around you. You see No Trust Nooks and Crannies corner. You see a shop called Something Familiar. You see Valoris's Books of Everfree. You see the Hanging Glass. You see a building called the Handmade Hardy Halfling off half off Halfling Smithy.
Hang on.
And you also see a building called a shop called Well Guarded.
Did you just say Books of Everfree?
Yes, Valoris's Books of Everfree.
Is there any connection there?
How the hell should I know?
Well,
Was there an inn in that list?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm actually looking through my notes to find the end. I didn't write it down because I'm stupid. Oh yes, you do find a couple taverns inns. You do see a tavern called the Fireside Meats and another tavern called Hook, Line, and Eatery. You do see a couple inns, the Bird's Nest and the Fade Beds. You also come across a couple temples for Buhuya and Labanon.
For Booyah?
Oh yeah.
Booyah.
Buhaya,
Booyah.
also for the god of life and the god of combat.
Zahina?
Wrong goddess.
I'm gonna go in there.
Okay, so where do you guys go?
But
Dawn did say she stops by, like she notices that the Valoris's Books of Everfree. She notices that shop.
I go in with her.
Okay, does everyone go with Dawn? You enter the shop? Alright then, so you enter the shop. The room itself is rather on the small side, probably by 20 feet by 30 feet. There are no aisleways. It's just one long room, but the walls itself, there are like two shelves, like on both left and the right side. There are a couple windows that kind of illuminate the shelves and the inside itself. Despite this being a bookshop, there are only a handful of books, like probably a total of 6 at best, and they look slightly used. Opened maybe once. In the back of the shop is it looks like a standard kind of like home dinner table, and you do see a tiefling. She's turned away from you. She does have purple skin, and she's got some like her hair is kind of like it passes her jaw and it kind of like goes towards the back. She has white hair. And as you enter, you walk through the shop and she goes, "Oh, I'll be with you in just a moment." And as she turns around, she sees you, Dawn, and like her eyes like wide. And for you, it's rather weird seeing another tiefling that's the same purple shade as you. She goes, "Oh my goodness!" And she kind of like shuffles, almost penguin walks her way around the the diner table itself, and then she grabs like the back of your like the sides of your cheek. She kind of looks like she like pivots your head to the left, to the right. She goes, "Oh my goodness!" And she kisses both your cheeks multiple times. And as she does that, she kind of realizes what she's doing. She goes, uh, uh, I am so sorry. Are you Dawn?"
Hi.
Oh my god! And she starts to cry, and you start to see tears start to appear from her mouth. Not her mouth, her eyes, and like her mouth starts to like shake a little bit.
I kind of just wrap my hand around her back awkwardly, and I go, there.
And
Stand in the corner, wide-eyed, like
yeah, and
what's
then
going
like
on.
they'd see the tears start to like drop from her chins onto like her white puffy shirt, and she's got like some like brown overalls, and she she goes, "Oh my goodness, what are you doing here?"
Well, I saw the Everfree sign, and it, made me super curious, so I came to see who was using the name.
She starts to kiss your cheeks once more, and she kind of lifts like your jaw up, and she goes, "Oh, what happened?" And she looks at the tattoos streaming across your neck.
It's a long story, but don't worry, the decoration isn't gonna last very long.
Okay, and then she goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I am Valsores. I'm your aunt.
Who is it, a what now?
Your aunt. I'm your dead sister."
Huh?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I thought I'd never see you again. It's been so, oh, look how grown up you've gotten. And she kind of like looks you like up and down.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's go sit down.
She goes, "Oh,
I would like to. Is that okay? May
oh,
I sit down?
of course, of course." And she kind of like runs into the back of her shop and she pulls out only about 3 chairs. She goes, "It's all I've had. Would you?" And she looks at the rest of you like, "Would you all like to sit down for a bit?"
Sure.
I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna put my head in my hands and just kind of ruffle my hair a little bit because I have no idea what's going on and I'm kind of like freaked out.
And who sits down? Who are the two people that
Me.
sit down?
Monk will.
All right, Monk and Rosalind sit down.
Rosalind.
And
I peruse the
Dronex,
books
I
'cause I
need
don't want them
you to make me a perception check with disadvantage.
I do.
Actually, not
Okay.
even that. I'd say like double disadvantage.
What's double disadvantage?
You roll 3 dice and you take the lowest number.
Oh God.
What?
You usually roll pretty high, so I need you to roll high. No pressure.
Okay, well, the first one's not very promising.
Oh
Well,
no.
that one's higher. That one's also higher than. Okay, so I counted up. So my first one was the worst. So that was 11 plus 4, 15
Oh
total.
boy.
As you're in the shop, you don't notice anything.
Oh, shoot.
So she goes, "What's wrong, dear?"
I'm just gonna like, I guess like study her to see if I see anything off about her.
Make me an investigation check.
Okay, so 19.
Nice. You don't notice anything about her. You do think that she doesn't have a lot of money. One, from where her shop is located, and two, from she just gets by with the clothes that she can. You don't notice anything wrong with that. However, the resemblance is rather uncanny. Another like light purple tiefling with white hair.
Okay. I have an aunt.
You have an entire family, honey. What do you mean you have an aunt?
Well, my grandparents told me that everybody from my father's side were dead. That's
Yeah.
why you guys never came to visit.
We were forbidden from visiting. At least besides your cousin.
Okay.
I'm sure they had their reasons.
So, do you know what happened to my parents?
Not really. Just the story that the Everfreeze told me. They said that they died fighting something, and that you had to go with them. They had to keep you.
Oh,
They
yeah.
didn't. Okay, I guess I sort of lied. They didn't forbid us from visiting, but they highly advised it, not just for our safety, but yours.
Okay. So your bookstore is named Everfree, but
Yeah.
you are not Everfree.
No, I'm not in Evergreen. I'm in Heary.
So
They sent us some books, and she points around, and you do see that these books seem to be a little bit more on the higher level of the magic kind of stuff. And she goes, they do send us books. They study the books for a while, and once they've finished reading them, the ones they don't need, they send it to help. It helps keep me in business and puts food on the table.
do I remember the book? Like, have you sent any? What town did we come from?
You came from Josana.
Did you send any books to Josana?
No, I keep all the books here. I sell them. I don't. With the trying times that we're in, I don't really have the funds to just give out the books.
Huh. So if these are from the Everfree family, you have rune books here?
And she kind of gives you a weird look. I don't have rune books. However, and she kind of like stands up from her seat and she kind of like walks to the back and she hands you 2 runes. She goes, "They did send this once. Well, these ones. I don't know how to use them, but if you grew up with them, you might be able to know how to use them."
Okay. I'm gonna give her 20 gold for the
No, no, no,
runes.
no, no. That's not necessary.
Well, you said you needed money, and
I
if
mean,
we're family, I'm gonna
we,
help you out.
we get by, honey. No, no, no. You'll need the money more than we will. We survive. We like we do sell a good amount of
I would
books.
be insulted if you didn't take this money.
Oh, then she kind of like she grabs the side of your cheek and like use her thumb to kind of caress like your cheekbone a bit. She goes, oh, Don, you don't have to do this. Oh, there you go. Or 20 gold off your paper.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give her 20 gold.
And she looks to you all and she goes, have you been keeping my niece safe?"
Yeah, I protected her a while back in a forest against 2 hobgoblins.
Oh, I
Well,
thank
not
you
really
so
Oh
much.
yeah,
protected her.
Randolph's a
We,
gentleman.
Oh,
we
he
kicked
looks
her
like
out.
one,
We
and she
kicked
kind of
her
like
out.
ruffles the green of your hair.
I spiked
So what do
ogre head into her.
wait, what is it?
Monk has spiked an ogre head at her.
Yeah. Don just got 2 extra runes, so you might want to watch yourself.
So what are you doing in town?
It has to do with my my detail, and I kind of gesture to my neck.
And she kind of like she looks at your neck. She kind of chuckles like, "Oh dear. Oh, what have you gotten yourself into?"
What can I say? It's no fun to be good all the time. You know, you gotta get into some trouble while you're young.
I guess. And she kind of looks out the window, and the sun is starting to set. And she goes, well, if you're ever in town again, feel free to stop by." And then as she says it, she goes, "Oh!" And she like rummages like through her pockets, and she hands you a key. The key itself, like the handle of it, looks like a diamond, while the rest of it looks like a normal key that kind of like hooks in on itself. And she goes, um, "While they haven't been around, this is the key to your family's home. Unfortunately, it's on the other side of the gate, and I don't really have the funds to." And the looks, and she kind of like points to herself, like the way she's dressed, and she goes, "I don't really have the capacity to be allowed in through the gates.
Hang
But
on.
if you find your way in, you can always stop by your parents' place. I did pay for it. I guess you'll find ways to own it from inside, I
Do you
guess."
know where it is?
Unfortunately, no.
Do you know what it looks like?
It's about a 3-story building. It's not rather on the larger side. They did have a lot of money in their day. Well, I guess it came from your mother's side, but they were able to live inside Kabisera. They did visit. Oh, they used to visit.
Okay.
But I guess since they're both gone, then and you see her kind of like almost choke up a bit. Just, I guess it's yours now. I had no way of getting inside, but looks like you might have a way in.
Okay. I'm gonna look over the Everfree books real quick.
Okay then. And also, Adrian, I need you to make me a perception check with double disadvantage. Not Adrian. Yeah, Adrian.
Damn, Adrian.
Good luck.
Can I have the pencil, please?
I've got proficient in it and still no good. You there, Adrian? No.
Adrian.
I'm back.
Okay.
Oh, you're back. Oh, sorry about that. You need to roll
Okay.
me a perception check with double disadvantage.
Okay.
Good luck.
Five.
I mean, you notice nothing.
Can I?
Can I try?
It actually might not be worth it.
These perception checks are mainly for them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, then. So you do look at the books. They look like not really low level kind of spells, but you do think it takes like an intermediate to kind of read and understand what's going on from them.
Okay. So do I understand?
I mean, you understand that they're kind of like mid-level books.
Okay. Do I learn anything from them?
You're not reading them.
Oh.
Are
I'm
you
gonna.
gonna take a book?
Yeah, I'm gonna purchase a book.
Okay then. You do see a book, and the book itself, it kind of has like two daggers facing on top of it, and you see like a little white sticker on it, and it says 10 gold.
Okay. So I'm gonna give her 10 gold for the book.
How do you have so much money?
Same. I'm wondering that too.
Well, that's what happens when
I'm
you
poor,
fight a
apparently.
hobgoblin and you loot him.
Oh wait, how much did Zahuna give us? Did we
A
split
hobby
that out?
gobby?
Yeah, no one checked how much Zahuna gave you all.
Oh yeah, I have the bag.
Yeah.
Hey, Rosaline, bring that bag over here. What's in here?
Let me check.
Okay, so you open it up, and you do see inside the pouch there's 20 gold, about 35 silver.
Hold on. 20 gold. How many silver?
35.
35 silver. Okay.
12 copper.
12 Cooper.
Okay. And we're splitting that evenly across us, right?
Yay!
This is our emergency fund.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh.
say we should use that for if we don't have any money for like taverns and stuff.
Ah. Okay, fine.
Yeah. That's why I'm holding it.
And you do see that the sun is almost set at this point.
Okay, so I'm gonna purchase that book from her.
Oh, thank you, dear. That helps out a lot. Well, I better start closing up shop before the trinate thorns start to appear.
The what?
The trinate thorns.
What is that?
They're a gang that kind of runs through here.
Are they giving you any trouble?
They give everyone troubles, honey. Give me 1 second. Why did I not write this down?
I'm assuming that this entire time we've been traveling, that ever since the night with the wolf, I've had my raven familiar just flying with us. Then.
Yeah, kind of
I
like.
thought it only lasted like an hour.
Oh no, it
But
takes an hour to
to
cast.
summon. Yeah.
All right then. So you make your transaction.
Mhm.
She goes, yeah, they give everyone troubles.
Okay.
You should keep out for them. They have the same tattoos as you all.
Oh,
Huh.
Hmm.
Ready?
Okay.
Huh.
Two.
As she starts
Hmm.
to close up shop, do you guys leave the building?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find
I'll
an
leave.
inn.
All right. Then.
Quick question about the inns. Did one look like it was made nicer than the other?
They look about the same.
All right.
Okay, so she
so I'm
closes
gonna
up
go.
shop, and right before you leave, she goes, "Oh, be careful, and please come visit again, darling. I've missed you so much. I haven't seen you since you were 1."
Yeah, I'll stop by before we leave.
Okay then. So, do you go to the inn?
Yes.
Which
Which
inn do you go
one?
to?
Maybe,
Or does it
maybe
matter?
just the bird's
It
nest,
doesn't
or
matter.
The Bird's Nest?
Yeah,
Okay, so
Bird's
you
Nest.
travel through the city. It takes you about an hour-ish to find the inn. You do see an inn, and you also see a tavern kind of right next to it. You see the Fireside Meats Tavern.
I'm going to the inn.
You go to the inn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Monk goes
Same.
to the tavern.
What is it?
Monk goes to the tavern.
All right,
Can
Monk
I
goes
also go
To
to the
the inn.
tavern?
Yeah, Randolph, you can go to the tavern. Anybody else
Okay.
join them?
nope.
I'll go to
Nope.
the inn. We're done.
Okay
I
then.
think Randolph and Monk are the only ones going to the tavern.
All right, Randolph, Monk goes to the tavern. Okay, so we'll go to the people for the inn first. All right, so you enter, and you do see an older looking gentleman. He's got a lot of wrinkles that kind of like cover his face. He looks to be like in half work, but instead of a green, he's got a kind of grayish looking skin. The wrinkles kind of like make him look like a pug in a way.
Yeah.
And then he does have like a good little like goatee going on. He's got small spectacles that kind of cover his face, and he's dressed as best as he can, as presentable as he could. And he looks up, he goes, "Oh, well, so there's four of you. Do you
Well,
want to
there's
spend the
actually
night
6 of
here?
us.
Huh?
I say, well, there's actually 6 of us. We have a couple friends
Oh,
next door.
even better. Uh, a room each or for the lot of you?
We can all bunk together. Wouldn't be the first
Yeah, that's
time.
fine.
Okay, well that I would still need for 2 rooms. They got 3 beds each. That will be, let's see, there's 6 of you. That'd be about 10 silver each.
10 silver each.
I have a business to run, Sonny.
10 silver per person?
Per person.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
All right. I hand him 10 silver.
Thank you, dear. And like his large, like 3 fingers almost takes up like most of your hand as he
Oh.
reaches for the 10 silver.
Mm.
It's just 6 gold.
I. Mm,
10 silver is 1 gold, yeah?
10 silver is 1 gold, yes.
yeah, that's.
Have the pencil.
They even
How much
remember
is
the
it?
prices.
10 silver per person. Or 1 gold.
Yeah, does anyone remember the prices of the inn back at Josana?
Yeah,
No,
but
you
that's
guys
a
are
tiny
given
town.
you guys are given free rooms for what you did.
Yeah, we don't know the price of stuff.
Oh,
Alright, I hand him 1 gold for me. Plus Dronak, we've
How
already paid.
how many of us are rooming together?
There's 2 rooms with 3 beds each.
And it's 1 gold per person.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 gold per room.
Yeah.
anyone here have high charisma for negotiating?
I don't think much negotiating is going to be done.
Oh,
Yeah,
I say
no.
we just accept the price and eat the costs.
Okay.
Sure. Oh,
She's getting a 1 star on Yelp.
All right,
I gotta
I'll
watch.
preemptively. I'm
Mark,
gonna
either
preemptively
10
pay
silver or
for-
1 gold off your paper.
I'm gonna preemptively pay for Monk and Randolph.
Make a note that they have to pay back. I have some gold of mine already, so I'm gonna take 1 gold off of my paper.
Well, thank you a lot. And as he takes all the gold from you, he hands 2 keys to you guys. They look like standard iron keys. Do you guys head up to the room?
Yes, I do.
All right then, Monk and Randolph, you both enter the fireside meets in, and you do see that each table almost has like its own kind of controlled flame in the center of the table. The place is practically packed with only 1 or 2 tables being available to be opened, and there is like a large bar that kind of stretches across the room. The light from the tables seem to be the only lights that kind of illuminate the area. So the corners of the room are rather dark, but the center is kind of brightly lit.
I'm gonna walk up straight to the bar.
Yeah, I will too.
Okay, so you go up to the bar, and at the bar you do see like the 2 bartenders. You see a turtle and a dragonborn. The turtle looks rather on the older side, as they usually do, while the dragonborn, he's of green, like a green dragonborn. And the dragonborn walks up to you and goes, "Hey, what can I get for y'all?"
Can I get some Jim Beam bourbon whiskey?
We don't live in Kentucky. I'll get you some whiskey.
I'll just have some whiskey then.
he turns around, he like, pops the cork off his bottle of whiskey, and he kind of pours it till it's about 3/4 full. And what can I get for you?
Do.
And he points at you, Monk.
Monk would like the rest of that bottle.
Okay. And he hands you the bottle. The bottle itself is half full, but it looks like he can handle like about 4 times what Randolph got. And then he points to you, Randolph. That'd be 3 silver, and for you, 2 gold.
I pay him.
All right, Mark 3 silver, and Monk Mark 2 gold. And as you guys start to drink for the night, you look around. A lot of people are there, kind of enjoying their time. You get the impression that even though they live in the poorer side of Kabisera, they're trying to have the best time that they can. The food itself is just a bunch of like meats and vegetables kind of on skewers, and it's your job to kind of hold them over the flame of the table itself and kind of cook it.
Is there any duck? I want a dry duck.
You want a dry duck?
We have all sorts of type of meats. I like to imagine that our cook is better than serving dry duck. And as you were saying that, Monk, you feel like a large slap on the side of your shoulder coming from behind you, and he kind of like like he spins you around. Give me 1 second, sorry. And like in front of you, kind of like they're all standing almost huddled around you. You see what looks to be about 4 paladins looking at you. Make me a investigation check.
Alrighty. That's horrible, Connor. Why would you make me do this?
Sorry, not 4. My
Can I get
mistake.
a mulligan,
There are 3
please?
paladins kind of surrounding both of you. What is it?
Can I get a mulligan, please?
A what?
A mulligan.
A mulligan?
I got a 6.
6? Okay, well, all you can really tell from these paladins is the one that has turned you over is an Asimar. He's got kind of like light gray skin, and he's got like almost like white kind of wavy hair that reaches his shoulders. You see an Aarakocra behind him towards the left, and you also see a Triton almost behind him and towards the right. They're all wearing the same kind of armor. Like on like their plate mail in the center of it, you do see it looks to be like a skull with a coin in each of its eye sockets.
Mm.
And as the Azamar speaks to you, he kind of like while it's kind of a almost like a thunderous boom to you, it sounds like he's trying to whisper really loudly. And he says to you, "Where is your friend?"
Monk has many friends. Be more specific, please.
We notice
Monk has friends.
We notice you were traveling with a paladin. He looks at you, Randolph, and he says, "Not you, though. You're traveling with another one. He has the same thorns around his neck as you do. He looks familiar. I need to know, what is his name?"
Monk has called him Magic Man for the duration that I've known him.
Why don't you go get Magic Man?
If Monk did not have this whole entire whiskey to drink, he would.
And he grabs the whiskey, and he slams it onto the ground. "Look, now your hands are free."
Monk would need at least 2 gold now to do it.
How about this? You get him, I'll provide you the gold.
Monk will be right back.
Okay, then. So you go. So what do you do?
I want to go to the inn that they're staying at.
All right, then. So then you go. You see a half orc, and he goes, "Oh, good to see like-minded people around here. Would you like a room?"
Monk believes that his friends already have rooms.
Oh, were you one of the two that went with the lot? Okay, well, and he just go up the stairs. It's the first 2 rooms on the left.
Monk thanks you.
Oh, thank you. And as you go up the stairs, you enter the door. You do see Adrian and Dronex in one room. They're kind of like sitting on their beds, laying down a bit.
Magic Man.
Yes.
Armored Magic Man.
What do you need?
Monk finds it hard to explain.
Why? What's the problem?
There are other armored Magic Men at the tavern looking for you specifically.
What they look like, Monk?
They wore armor. Monk disapproves of this.
Was there anything special about their armor? Monk, this is important.
Monk remembers a symbol with a skull and coins in the eyes.
Adrian, you recognize this as the Debella symbol of the Debella house.
Sound familiar, Adrian?
Very.
Good or bad?
You didn't get a chance to read my file, did you?
Monk skimmed it.
No.
Huh. Well, suffice it to say, I killed their leader.
Oh.
Yeah.
Monk, were you followed?
Monk doesn't know.
Can I telepathically call to my raven hey, watch out the
Randolph came with you, right?
No.
Randolph was still at the tavern.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh my gosh.
How far is the tavern from
All
the
right.
inn?
It's right next door.
Let's go negotiate for his life.
Within 120 feet?
Or Monk proposes a sneak attack.
Wait, is the tavern within 120 feet of the inn?
Yes.
I would say probably, yeah.
Okay, I point in the direction of the tavern, hey, Randolph, you there? For message.
Make me make me a and I'm gonna say a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh, well, at least it's perception. Oh, it's not going to matter. Oh, shoot, it's not going to matter.
You're gonna say that to one of the other guys.
9.
9, you asked the question here. Oh my god, I'm going crazy. I'm gonna cut myself off.
These are not the droids you're looking for. And I cut off the message.
Mm.
I couldn't get
How many
Rand
were
off.
there?
I got some overdrunk guy.
Monk, how many were there?
4.
4?
4?
That shouldn't be too hard. Let's get the others and go.
Okay, so you guys knock on the
I want.
the door of
Although-
oh sorry, but
Wait.
I was just gonna say, let's make sure the others stay. They trickle in after me and Monk make our entrance. I don't want them associating you with us immediately.
Wait, can we just have Dawn cast invisibility on you, maybe? Or cast invisibility on someone to go get Randolph and bring him in here? And then I
Well,
can set
I'm going-
alarms on the doors? And we
I
just
assume they're probably surrounding him as we currently speak.
maybe Dawn
yeah,
can cast
yeah.
invisibility on
Speaking of that,
herself
so
and then cast
Randolph,
invisibility on
you're
Randolph.
still at the bar itself, and the paladins are kind of like circling around you, and they're like, "Do you know his name? No. Do you know his name?
No.
Are you sure you are traveling with them?
Why do you ask, sir?
I just need to clarify."
Well, I'm sure he'll be here soon. I'm sure you'll have another chance to meet him, but I don't like talking behind people's backs.
Worthy, I understand. I guess we'll wait. So what do y'all do?
I'm gonna gather everyone together in like a little huddle in the room that the girls are in. All right, so I need you guys to follow my lead. I'm not in this engagement for as long as we possibly can. I am not Adrian. Okay? I am someone completely different.
Would you like me to alter your image at all?
You can do that.
You're just now offering this information?
Then yes, please. Don't make me too dissimilar from who I am. Just different enough that I wouldn't look like me.
Okay. Let me confirm which spell that would be exactly. That is... No, that one does it to myself. I can make me look like a slightly different version of you. Well, okay. Gameplay question. Connor, would magic or would not magic, major or minor illusion work in this case to kind of disguise a person, basically put an image to project on top of someone?
Give me 1 second. Let me check up on that, just to make sure. So you're looking for major illusion. I guess you could use it to like you can cast it on Adrian and the illusion appears around him and then but keep in mind it takes up an action to have him move.
It
It
takes
says
an action to have him move.
as long as you're within range of the illusion, you can use your action to cause the image to move to any other spot within range.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
I mean,
it's
I
a
guess-
static image.
So I mean like I imagine
Yeah,
it like
that
you
can-
put like the spell on him and like as he wants to move, you have to move with him using an action
what-
kind of
yeah.
thing. I mean,
what
I
about
know
me
that's
talking?
specifically for combat. I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah. Basically, if we get into a combat situation, it's not going to matter anymore. But
Yeah. So, but
okay.
I'm just letting you know.
Will it be able to mimic my talking?
Yeah, because it's just an image. You are going to have the same voice. No. Wait,
I mean, my facial movement.
yes.
Similarly, you
image,
can
and I
use the
can manipulate
illusion
it
to make
anyway.
different sounds at different times, making it carry on a conversation, for example. So I guess the
Oh,
conversation
can
would come
essentially-
from DroneX as opposed to Adrian. Make sense?
Yeah, but I don't think he has the knowledge of the situation.
Yeah, that's my issue. Is your voice okay? Is it extremely discernible? Or I don't think I can do voice alteration.
If I know these people, they haven't heard me.
Okay,
I
that may be fine then.
I think disguising my face is enough.
Just your face?
Just my face.
Good.
We don't want them
that'd be a
thinking
lot
that
less
they-
concentration.
Alrighty. Monk, come with us. And Dronex, do your best to keep your distance. Try not to look like you're associated with us.
All right.
I can make him invisible.
That sounds like a great plan. Do that.
Okay, so who are you making invisible?
I'm gonna make
Dronex.
Dronex invisible, so that way he can stay close to Adrian. Well, as close
Does
as he
that
needs to
work?
be.
Does that work because Major Image is a spell that I'm continually casting?
I mean, technically, like, she's casting a spell on you.
I'm
That doesn't
casting a spell on you.
That doesn't
as
require
long as
your
I have-
concentration. That
yeah.
requires her concentration.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do it.
So I'm gonna snap my fingers. Just
All right. So as Dawn snaps her fingers, Dronex, you quickly disappear from sight. And Adrian, how do you make Dronex? What do you make Adrian look like?
Adrian, how different would you like to look?
Well, I assume they haven't seen me up close, so make it look like someone who could be confused for me at a distance of, I don't know, 10 meters or so.
Okay, I'll spread your eyebrows out a little bit larger eyes, and thin down your jawline some.
Alrighty.
All right. So you said extend.
Give me a noticeably different feature than most of my pictures. Like mess with my nose or something.
I'll give you a much flatter nose.
Alrighty. Well then, onward.
All right. Sorry. Give me 1 second. So extend eyebrows, flatten nose. What else do you change about him?
Basically eyebrows and eyes spread out a little bit, eyes slightly larger, nose considerably flatter, and then thinning down the jawline slightly.
ooh, change his eye color too.
Oh yeah, and change eye color. What are your eye color right now, Adrian?
I think it's white.
Okay, we will give you green eyes.
All right.
My eyes are gray, so green works.
All right. So the changed Adrian, the invisible Dronex, and Monk, you go downstairs. Rosline and Dawn, what do you guys do?
Yeah.
Your backup.
I'll tag along, but I'll stay back, like in a corner or something, where I can keep an eye on the situation. But like, I need to be able to like concentrate, obviously. So
Monk,
Yes.
was there a bard in that tavern?
Monk does not remember.
There was no music playing.
Rosaline,
Yes.
would you care to liven the mood in there?
Yeah. Why not?
Wonderful. Trickle in about 2 minutes after we come in and make a bit of a scene getting set up.
Yeah, a scene.
Well, announce yourself because you're a bard. Stop playing. Draw people's attention.
Making an entrance.
I'll give an entrance.
Wonderful.
woo, show an
All right,
ankle.
everyone, let's go.
All right. So you guys enter the Fireside Meets Tavern. Adrian and Monk, as you both enter, you still see the four paladins, surrounding Randolph. And as you enter the door, they quickly turn their eyes to face you, and they narrow their eyes onto your face. And that's where we'll end the session.
What?
That gives me time to prepare my entrance. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to write down what I'm going to say.
You mean I gotta gotta hold this concentration for a whole week.
Yes, you
All right,
I'm
then.
assuming we're doing this on
So-
Friday at the normal time next time.
Yeah, we're gonna try to go for Friday at the normal time.
Hey,
but all
question.
right. Answer.
Question.
Answer.
Does this place have a stage?
You haven't entered yet, so you don't know. But we'll find out.
I need to know because I want to make my entrance on that stage. No, it's fine. I'll know what I'll do.
All right.
We'll
Then.
build a stage and then enter on it.
All right, so we'll pick that up next
How many
week.
doors is there?
Thank you.
Is it one door? Is it one door? Or there are two doors like side by side?
It's kind of like two doors. They kind of connect together. You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
All right then.
Well, I am
All right.
curious, at the
Grace is
very
tired.
least.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a little concerned though. There are 4 of them?
That shouldn't be too hard.
Well, thank you for coming with us on this journey, and we hope you enjoyed it. If you want to watch the next episode, it has already been uploaded to our Rumble page. That is rumble.com/forgebydice. All videos will be uploaded there first, and then a week later will be uploaded to YouTube on about the same day of the week. So, thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you at the next session.